20 that's in there. It might be 23. Here's a quick pass to the near side of the field. Makes a move going down the sideline, up over the 40, up over the 45, taken down at the 47-yard line.
So can't underestimate Cleveland. I know they only scored 3 against Walker Valley, but you got to be ready.
You can certainly never underestimate their speed. Rashawn Beard is in the backfield. It is 23 back there alongside Casey McGowan, the quarterback. That was complete at the Westfield on the near sideline.
2 weeks in a row we got to deal with the Westfield.
Three
key player
receivers to the left. Now one coming back towards the quarterback. He will not get the cost. The quarterback will keep up the middle. He's not got anywhere to run there. Jonah Martin meets him first, and there were some other Cherokees there as well.
Starter left off there. Spartan Law gets a start at linebacker with Bryson Akers injured, unfortunately, in that Bradley game. So Spartan Law, 33, 6'1", 210 senior, will start there in his place.
And he had a nice game last week as well. He's ready to go. I'll say that. Right. From what we saw last week, we did think Akers may play today, so he could be suited up. They might be seeing if they can keep him on the sideline. He turned an ankle last week. Gain of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Back to pass, looking deep down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete, but there's a flag down. And the receiver, once again, that was Kyrese Westfield streaking down the near sideline.
And
we really had to hold on to him to keep him from getting open.
It's not bad. There's a little bit of offensive pushing first, and Gonzalez, the cornerback there, a heck of an athlete, just I think felt like he needed to be able to kind of hang on to him to prevent an open touchdown. And it's one of those, with it being just from the previous line of scrimmage, you don't fault him really. Yeah. It saved a touchdown potentially.
Yeah, it's actually a really good play. They were at the Cleveland 48. They're going to walk it all the way to the McMinn with the penalty, 15 yards, to the McMinn 37-yard line. And you're beginning to see exactly why Cleveland wanted the football.
Yeah, I think maybe kind of shying away from that 3-point effort last week against Walker Valley, and they're saying, look, our offense can play.
We certainly don't expect to see a Cleveland team come out and only score 3 in a game. And they've worked on some things, and of course it's our second game too, but many coaches will say, hey, you get better between that first and second game.
Yep.
You make the most improvement between. Well, it's our second game as well, so we got to match that improvement here. So McCowan in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to the running back to the near side. He's got running room again. He's going to be close to the 25-yard line. It's going to be another first down, and that was Brashawn Beard.
So 2 true first downs and one with the pass interference already on this drive for Cleveland.
So down to the McMinn 22-yard line. Cleveland has found something they like against this defense early on.
And Terry, every play has come to this side of the field.
Yep.
Which is the far side that from their bench, which a lot of teams will run closer to their bench side of the field to get subs in easier. But Cleveland trying to do it right in front of McMinn County's bench.
Once again, Westfield flanked out here to the near side, and he's going to be going off the field. Uniform issue there.
Couldn't have found that a couple of plays before now.
Really?
Would have helped out. Well, number 9's got the same thing. His knees aren't covered, so
he's not even close.
As soon as he got out.
Yeah, they're like, you're out too. You find somebody with long pants on over there. You don't have to put it in one of the coaches.
This kid,
is he any? He's no better. My goodness.
He's pulling them down.
Trying to pull them down. I guess he's going to squeak by. Dress code. Here we go.
They're going to let him stay. Okay.
So first down and 10, looking to pass again. Has a receiver on the far side of the field this time, taken down by Drew Bottoms. He's going to be close to that first down marker.
Generous spot over there on the goal route. He came back to the ball. But
I thought so too. I thought he was 2-3 yards short of that first down. We'll see where they mark it. Cleveland on the ball pretty quickly here. Got they're going to call it a first down, aren't they?
Yep.
Down to the 12-yard line. So they got just enough. I got them down for 4 first downs on this drive.
I'm with you.
High snap, quarterback brings it down, hands off to the left side. And he's going to wiggle through for 4 or 5 yards inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 7. Gain of 5 on the play. No answer right now for the Cherokees. 2nd down and 5. Cleveland threatening. They're inside the 10-yard line. We're just underway, by the way. 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. There's no score, but the Blue Raiders are threatening. Getting the play in from the sideline.
There's something going on. The officials are blowing something dead, and I don't know if it's with the audio system, the scoreboard, or...
It looks like the head official is coming over to the Cleveland sideline. Teams are lined up, but now they're holding things up.
2nd and 5.
So I see them talking to the coaching staff over there. I don't know if it's some kind of headset issue for both teams. I'm not sure.
Or the play clock is now at 0, so it may be a play clock.
Okay, they're gonna go at play here. There's no time on the play clock. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking for a receiver in the end zone. He has someone. Is he inbounds? He is not. Just out of the back of the end zone.
That's a big tight end right there, Quentin Jones. Tried to tiptoe that back line. And
he had to be close.
Yeah,
he had to be close.
Vantage point it was.
No way we could really see what was happening in that far end zone. Again, Cleveland is heading in the direction towards the school, and now it's an important 3rd down and 5. 3 running backs in the backfield. He fakes a handoff. He's just going to try to run it around the end, and he's going to fight through one tackle. He's close to the end zone, and they give it to him. Oh. So just a straight quarterback sweep around the right-hand side. Casey McGowan breaks a tackle somewhere around the 5 probably and dives towards the pylon on the far side of the field, and he's in. And with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Cleveland strikes first. They lead 6-0.
That is unfortunate there, but McMinn had him. I thought really we're either going to get him stopped short or maybe strip the ball because he was kind of carrying it out like a loaf of bread right there.
He really was. And Cleveland is short a player. And into attempt, Bolanos, who has been playing for Cleveland for 20 years apparently.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've been calling that name for a long time. He hasn't, but he is a senior. Snaps down, kick is up, and it's good. So 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cleveland takes a 7-0 lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Courage, unity, service, accountability. Together, we deliver the right products, the best service and value across every channel and community we serve. Our goal is to provide our customers with the broadest selection of products and the best services, the most competitive prices. With the power of our employees' collective collaboration and their ability to deliver exceptional results each and every time, our organization is unstoppable. Wasi Builders Supply, Athens, Tennessee.
Dinner? Someplace inexpensive. Burgers, tacos, pizza.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus by signing up for an Old National Bank checking account.
King crab, foie gras, caviar.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities.
I'll order a car.
What?
Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
So 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cleveland scores, makes it 7-0. They're getting ready to kick off, and it is Bolanos who will kick off. Drake Frasier is back deep, as is Drew Bottoms. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people up fairly close to the kickoff team. And here is the kick. It's going to go in the direction of Bottoms, and he's going to take it at about the 3-yard line, up to the 10. Running across the field, finds a seam up over the 25-yard line. Woo! One tackle to break there, and he might be gone.
Tackled by the shoestrings there is number 40, That's Langford for Cleveland saves that one because Bottoms had a green light in front of him.
I tell you, he looked like he was headed over to the far side of the field and just cut it back, found a little seam on the right or near side hash mark. And I'm telling you, one more tackle to break there, and he's gone.
Of course, it's easier for us to set up here on the top of the press box.
That
and go,
is true.
Man, that's a huge hole to run through over there. Go that way, but great return.
Ball's marked at the 27-yard line. It's good field position for the Cherokees. Peanut Dyer gets the handoff over the left tackle. He's fighting for yardage. He's up close to the 30. They'll give him the 31-yard line. Jared, tough 4 yards right there.
We saw it last week at Bradley. It took a while to get the run game going like they wanted to. Luckily, the pass game was there. But if you can get Peanut an open hole, he's going to beat a lot of guys to the second level.
Luke Lawson is your quarterback. Again, a solid performance a week ago against Bradley. Peanut Dyer in the backfield took a step forward, I believe. So that's going to be a false start. And we have that situation where our running backs will move to the right, move to the left. But you got to be careful. You cannot go forward or it costs you 5, and that's what happens here. You're going to take it back to the 26-yard line.
Starting out in negative territory again.
Negates that 4-yard run. Now it's second down and 11. Handoff to Peanut Dyer. He's met almost immediately, and he will fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to bring up third down and 11.
Now they're going to give him 1 yard. Wow.
To the 27.
Yep.
So it will bring third down and 10. Mekhi McDermott was in at an H-back on that play. He is back out now. There's 4 receivers. Gonzalez, Kessler's out there. Frasier, both Frasiers. Drake Frasier and Maddox Frasier on the near side. Peanut in the backfield. Looking downfield. Over the middle. It's broken up. Looking for flags. Don't see any. So it's going to be an incomplete pass to Kessler, who was breaking across the middle, and it's going to bring up a punting situation early for the Cherokees.
Across the middle, I mean, it looked good, quick thrown pass there by Luke. No issue there. Just defender kind of got that arm over the shoulder of Kessler at the last minute and knocked that ball away.
It was really close, but it wasn't an obvious interference. I think that was pretty good timing, really. So Luke Lawson to punt. He will let it go from about his own 18-yard line. It's a nice punt that's going to go away from the return man. It's going to bounce down at about the 25-yard line of Cleveland.
Another good one.
So we will take that for sure.
I was going to say it probably gets the kicking skills from his mom's side of the family. His mom, Holly, had a pretty successful soccer career. And
makes sense. Nice punt right there. And so the Cleveland will start this time at the 25. They started their first drive at their own 20 after Kruskauskas kicked it into the end zone. In the defensive backfield, I see Drake Frasier at corner, Maddox Frasier back at safety. Drew Bottoms is the other corner, and Gage Hester back there at safety as well. Same lineup as before in the first possession.
And you can't forget what Cleveland tried to do in that first series, but you got to kind of clear it out of your head and get focused here second time. Can't go down 2 scores.
Fake handoff, thrown right over the middle, but however, it's incomplete. The receiver thrown a little bit behind him.
Yep, and pretty quick, too.
It was. It was only about, 8 yards away from the quarterback, and he drilled the thing to him. He didn't have a shot at it, really, especially with it being behind. One thing, Jared, the defense didn't have much time to get to the sideline and talk about things.
No, definitely not enough time to watch the videos. The offense is kind of watching the replay. But
so here is a fake handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it around the right-hand side, looking for running room. Finds a little bit, and he's going to push it up over the 30-yard line to about the 33, I believe. Thought we had that one. There is a flag down on the far side of the field.
It's going to be a block in the back.
That could be important.
Let's go on. Push him back.
We needed that one. He was going to be just a couple of yards short of the first down. And the flag is, I'm trying to see where they're going to mark it off from, about the 27, I think. This could go all the way back to about the 17. And that is the
16.
16. Back to the 16-yard line with the penalty. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 19. They've got to get to the 35-yard line. It was an illegal block. This time 3 receivers to the left-hand side of the quarterback, 1 to the right. Defense needs to come up with a stop right here.
Got to let the referees get back in position now.
7 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Cleveland. Straight back to pass, looking for a cross route over the middle. It's complete, met pretty quickly. However, he's going to inch forward to the 21-yard line.
It's Westfield again.
Boy, they are going to him a lot. And that's exactly who Coach Cagle said we needed to keep an eye on. He was going to be probably the fastest player on the field. So Drake Frasier has a tough assignment over here on the near side. He's lining up basically 1-on-1, probably getting some help from Maddox Frasier. So it's going to be 3rd and 14, another big play here for the Cherokee defense.
You got Sam Green that comes in at that right end spot, more of that pass rush build and trying to use his speed to get back there.
McGowan in the backfield at quarterback. Brashawn Beard back there with him. Now
Colton Sneed in at linebacker as well for the Cherokees.
May see him at running back some tonight as well. Straight back to pass, looking, now under pressure. He's going to go down. It's a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Javante Parker is the guy that brings him down. Sam Green might get credited with half of the sack there because he was back there too, had an arm on the shoulder. But it was Parker that was able to wrap up his legs and bring him down. When you got a mobile quarterback, you got to get his legs wrapped up.
Absolutely. And that time, I tell you, when you get behind the markers there, a flag cost Cleveland that drive again, and good defense by the Cherokees for sure. So Bottoms back to receive the punt. I think that's Drake Frasier back there as well. I don't see that number, Jared. You might, I think it is.
Yep.
And they are standing right at midfield. 4th and 19. Wouldn't expect to see anything here, although we did a week ago. Now the punter just kind of kept running horizontally. It's picked up by Frasier. Took a chance there. Around midfield, moves it to the 45-yard line. The punter for Cleveland just kind of kept running towards the far sideline. What do we call that, a rugby kick, I guess?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of, but it looked like he was going to take off and run or throw it.
Yeah.
And you could kind of maybe hear the coaching staff or some
Somebody
fans
was
around
yelling.
us. No. They were worried.
Trying to get everybody back into position there, but it is, in fact, just a punt that McMinn County now is going to take over at the Cleveland 45-yard line.
Got to capitalize right here. Put some points on the board.
Yep.
Big opportunity.
Lawson, hands off. That's Gonzalez headed to the near side of the field, kind of an end around or wide receiver jet coming around. He's going to move it to about the 40-yard line, gain of 5.
Nice little play there, positive yardage. Had some good lead blocking. Might have got away with a hold right there on the defensive end, but
2nd down and 5. Clock now at 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first quarter.
McMinn's very quick now to get the play calls in this year. Not wasting any time.
There's a throw over the middle, and it's Frasier. Does he come up with it? He does. Nice diving catch over the center of the field.
And I think if anything out of last
down to
week,
the 20-yard line.
Out of last week, Terry, is how many guys they were able to get involved in the passing game. So a lot of times in high school, you got that one receiver like Westfield for Cleveland they're going after. McMinn can spread that ball around, and right there, Frazier's going to be the first to benefit from it.
So it's 1st down and 10 from the Cleveland 20-yard line now. Again, the Cherokees trailing 7-0 at the moment. Here is a fake handoff. Lawson's going to keep it. He's inside the 10-yard line. Goes, slides down, still gets hit, but no flag.
That's the second time. This one a little bit more dangerous because Cleveland comes flying in at the upper body near his head and neck area. But Luke uses his legs there.
The ball is setting right on the 10-yard line.
How is that not a first down?
And now they're going to drop the change.
Okay.
It is a 1st down, and it's 1st down and goal. Here is a handoff to Peanut Dyer over the left-hand side. Finds some running room. He's going to be hard to bring down, and he is in the end zone. He has some momentum going around the left edge over there. No one person was going to bring Peanut Dyer down, and he crashes into the end zone, runs through 2 or 3 Blue Raiders, and with 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go, it's now Cleveland 7, McMinn 6 with the point after coming.
Outstanding. Jackson Gonzalez, receiver, kind of got a block sealed out there at the goal line, but like you said, Peanut Dyer, if he gets enough speed and momentum behind him, you're not going to bring him down without him going forward enough.
Well, it's like you could just see that one coming. Drew Bottoms is the holder. Kraskauskas in for the extra point. The officials running to get into position under the goalpost. Here's the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up, and it's good. 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. McMinn County has evened up this game 7-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
We've got everything you need.
All right, that was a good one.
Every model and valley.
No parent wants to think about their children growing up without them. Although we realize we can't control their future, we do have the ability to secure it through careful planning. So isn't it time to begin preparing for their future and your dreams for them? When you begin to game plan with life insurance, you're able to focus on what matters most today. Because life isn't about worrying when the storms of life will come. It's about planning on how to dance in the rain. Game plan today. Game plan for life. Contact us today to get started.
One, but his momentum carried him into the end zone, so it's another touchback, and Cleveland will take over at their own 20-yard line.
So back to the Bradley game last week when the guy stepped on the end line,
yes.
It should have been a touchback.
That rule seems to vary sometimes. So Cleveland will take over at their own 20-yard line again. Remember, their first drive, they took it from the 20 and drove it down the field in 8 plays, 80 yards. And McMinn didn't have an answer, but they did stop them on the second drive. So Cleveland gets the call. They huddle up on the sideline. Now they're coming back onto the field. And, again, they are led by Kason McGowan. He had the touchdown tonight, 7-yard touchdown run. In the backfield is Bershawn Beard. We got to keep our eye on Kyrese Westfield. Again, he's on the near side of the field. They've been going to him a lot tonight. Here's the snap. They hand off up the middle to Beard. He's got a little bit of yardage. Now there's a scrum. He's trying to push forward. They might have pushed forward, actually, for about 3 yards. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 23-yard line, where it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Just kind of one of those where he just kept driving his legs and the pile couldn't bring him down quick enough. Beard don't have a height and weight on him or anything, but not a huge back.
No, not at all. High snap. Quarterback McCowan brings it to the near side, throws the ball, flips it out over the 30, close to the 35-yard line. It's going to be enough for a 1st down.
That's number 4, Emilio Green. First time they've gotten him involved.
Yeah, that time they kind of used Westfield maybe as a decoy. So the ball's going to be set at the 35-yard line of Cleveland. Another 1st down. They're racking up some 1st downs here in the first half.
That they are. One already on this series, and had them at 4, including the pass interference on the previous, or the first series that they scored on. So McMinn just got to get them behind the chains.
So 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff again to Beard. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, pushed back this time. Nothing there. And I think they're just going to keep it right there to 35, no gain, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And, you know, this defense of McMinn did get better and better as the game progressed last week. They kind of got up to speed with their opponent, and then they kind of started dominating. You know, Bradley only has 42 yards on the ground last week. I mean, that's incredible.
I think if either team in the history, that's probably not happened too many times like that.
McGowan rolls out to his right. He's got a receiver there wide open over the 40 to the 45, close to the 50. He's going to have another 1st down. And that
just
time,
missed coverage right there.
Yeah, he just kind of snuck out of there. Nobody was with him. It was Kyrie Scott making the catch, and he's going to be right at midfield, and that will be enough for another 1st down. They're 1st downing us to death at the moment.
Just taking that methodical approach. Westfield, I don't think he's lined up anywhere. It's a new receiver set, and they go right back to Scott.
Yeah, back to Scott, and he's going to be close to another 1st down. I'm guessing they're going to give it to him. They don't do much measuring in high school football until it gets a critical part of the game.
Waving it on.
So another gain of 10 yards, another 1st down. Now they're in McMinn County territory at the 40. Again, coming up at half, a couple of members from that 1975 championship team from McMinn. Hubert Simpson, former Cherokee, former Vol, will be with us along with Danny Dyer. And it was interesting how Johnny Kaufman described him, a small kid, but played big. So we'll get some input from here. Here is the ball that's bobbled by Beard, the back. Actually, I think that's someone else. That's 24 that came into the game. Anthony Eddins got the carry there. He bobbled it up in the air, and just that quickly, he's back off the field. About the same size as Beard.
I thought it was Beard until you corrected it. With 24 there, and they almost identical. Just take the jersey off and switch them, but did lose a yard there.
Loss of a yard back to the 41. It's 2nd down and 11.
He did a good job to keep to keep it in his possession, though.
He did. If he had gotten hit at any point, he was going to lose that. And they're looking to the far side of the field. They got an open receiver fighting for yardage. He's inside the 35-yard line. He's going to be a little short of the 1st down, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down, but a big gain right there nonetheless.
Going to put them in 3rd and short, and it really opens up the playbook there.
It does, and from their position on the field, which is at the 32-yard line of McMinn, it's 4-down territory. They're probably not going to kick a field goal from there, so you got to figure they got 2 plays at it.
Yep.
No matter what happens, really. So McCowan looking to the sideline.
And it's right now Cleveland just finding holes in the defense of McMinn. It's wide open guys in between 2 defenders.
Here is a handoff to Beard trying to find some running room. He will not make the 1st down, so it is going to bring up a 4th down. And I don't think he got anything. He inched it a little closer to the 32, but that's what we were calling it anyway. So it's going to bring up 4th down and a long 2. So we'll find out if, in fact, and it's going to happen in the 2nd quarter because that's going to be the last play of the 1st quarter.
That was a quick 1st quarter.
A lot of action. So when we come back, it's going to be the beginning of the 2nd quarter. It'll be 4th down and 2 for Cleveland. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's tied at 7-7.
Between 2 major Tennessee cities, perfectly placed in the foothills of the Smokies, you'll find a unique community filled with extraordinary people. Students who are full of inquiry. They discover who they are and who they were created to be. Faculty who are more than teachers. They are mentors guiding the next great generation. People are the heartbeat of Tennessee Wesleyan University. We are because you are.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we'll start the 2nd quarter. It's all tied up 7-7, and Cleveland has the ball at the McMinn 32-yard line. It's 4th down and 2. Might look for a quick pass here. They haven't had a lot of success running the football. McGowan in the backfield, fakes the handoff, looking downfield, looking over the middle. It's intercepted.
And that's Maddox Frasier.
Maddox Frasier with his second interception of the season. Just in the right place at the right time. Interesting play call, although I did think they'd put it up in the air. They haven't had a lot of success on that drive running the football, and Frasier once again sits back there in center field and watches the quarterback, watches his eyes, sees where he's throwing, and steps right into the interception.
And had to make a play to go down really and get it. And right there, receivers kind of arguing with McGowan running off the field, but where were you throwing it? But he had a guy just right between two defenders and just kind of sailed on him. So good stop by the defense right there.
We talked about that interception record of 9 by Bronny Elsey. Look out. He's got 2 in 2 games. Maddox Frasier. Here is fake handoff. Now they pitch it around the right-hand side to Peanut Dyer, trying to find some running room, but not much there. A little crossbuck play there.
I think they gave him at least one based on that far official, but maybe not.
Let's see. We started where, Jared? About the 18? 17. That drive officially starts at the 17 for McMinn.
And, yep, they're going to put it at the 18
They'll
now,
give him the 18. Very good. 2nd down and 9. Luke Lawson leading this team. Steady as ever. Peanut Dyer in the backfield. Remember, Lincoln Watson out with an injury, so we'll see who relieves Peanut. Here now, Lawson having to scramble, looking for running room. He is going to be taken down for a sack at about the 13-yard line. Just could not find anyone open.
It's kind of what you call a coverage sack in a way. I mean, the guys bring him down, but everybody defended in the secondary for McMinn, and
loss of 5 on the play. You're exactly right, Jared. I mean, and he was surveying the whole field. Just no one coming open right there. Brings up a 3rd down and 15. Again, behind the chains here. 3rd down and 15. Straight back to pass. Lawson looking for a receiver. He's going to hit Gonzalez short. That's not going to be nearly enough. He gets taken down. They're going to give him about the 17-yard line.
Original line of scrimmage.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 10 and a punting situation. Lawson, of course, the quarterback, goes back to punt. Again, averaged 41 yards a punt a week ago.
It just goes to show you every level of football, if you get behind the chains, you're in trouble. But the high school game, it is so much harder to get out of long down and distance there.
Here's the snap. The punt is away. This time it's a low end over end. Need it to bounce a little. It will get a little bit of a McMinn roll, but not what Lawson was looking for that time. It goes to the 45-yard line of McMinn.
Well, defense, again, doesn't get much of a breather, so they responded.
And I think you made a really great point there with regards to what they're able to accomplish when they come over onto the sidelines. Much as you see college and pro teams doing, they get a chance to look at the tablet. They look at the last few plays. Yep. They can study a little bit down there. They can be coached a little down there. And right now, that just they don't have time to get that accomplished. We've got to get that offense going a little bit.
See if the Cherokees, this is about Cleveland starting where McMinn did on their touchdown drive, and hopefully Cherokee's defense can keep Cleveland off the board again.
So 1st down and 10 from the McMinn 45. Back to pass. Under pressure, McDermott coming on. Other defenders coming on. The pass is complete down near the 20-yard line to guess who?
Westfield
on the far side of the field. Just scrambling McGowan.
It looked like a busted play. McDermott flushed him out of the pocket like he needs to and just put one on the money to Westfield that came back to the ball. I think Westfield had been on a streak route all the way down the sideline, but he'll get a breather after that big catch.
So it's 1st down and 10 now from the McMinn 21-yard line, and you're going to have to ask this defense to step up again. Handoff to Beard. He's met in the backfield. He tries to struggle forward, but I think he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Parker the first one through there, but then I believe it was Edwards and Green helping out as well.
I tell you, the defensive line is doing a really nice job right now. They are not getting blocked.
Yep.
Somebody's back there almost every play. And if it's not a run, they're pressuring the quarterback. But they're quick. The receivers are quick, and they're getting open. Ball at the 23-yard line of McMinn. He does lose a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. Got 2 running backs back there as they bring in Quentin Jones, senior, back to pass. He's going to be under pressure again. He throws the ball up into the air and out, literally out of the stadium on the far visitor's sideline.
Throw that flag.
How is that not a flag?
There was nobody in the vicinity.
Yeah, the flag comes out. They talk about it, as they did a week ago when McMinn got called for it.
Yep.
The officials get together. He was scrambling, twisting, and really just threw it blindly as far as he could throw it, and I'm pretty sure it went out of the stadium.
It did. It was about to land in the bed of a truck over there, to be honest.
You don't see that very often, but it's going to be a penalty and loss of down.
And Cleveland fans booing on the far side, get over it, because there was nobody even on that side to go catch a pass.
It's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of where they were getting ready to take him down and loss of down. This is a big penalty.
Yeah, makes it 3rd and...
It's a loss of 20 on the play with the penalty. Whew. Back to the 43-yard line. It's 3rd down and forever.
31.
3rd and 31. They've got to make it all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Big play right there. Great pressure.
Got to know where Westfield. I don't think that's him on the far side. It's not.
That receiver moved a little early. Looks like they're going to try to throw deep. It's down the middle.
Oh, I thought Maddox Frasier had another one.
Frasier was in the area, actually. Gage Hester there as well, making a dive towards the football. And now it's going to be 4th and 31.
That one was setting up pretty good. Hey, you're right, Terry. Defensive line is getting through there and causing some problems.
Yeah, they are not able at this point to block our line. And the only way they're going to do it is to keep some people in there.
Yep.
And that can change their game. So back to punt is going to be Bolanos. He does all their kicking. Well, let's see if he does the rugby kick again.
Got Frasier and Bottoms deep.
And he's going to fake it this time, it looks like. Now he kicks it. He thought about running. And they're going to let it go, and it's going to go out at the 1-yard line. Wow. It looked like it was headed into the end zone and took a turn. And, I mean, it may be 6 inches away from the pylon.
You talk about a turn of events right there.
Yeah.
You think you got it blocked back here, make him have to run, and then somehow he gets enough spin on it for it to curve at the pylon.
I guess I didn't learn anything from the first punt, but, again, it looked like he was just going to take off running. I mean, he tucks the ball away.
Yes.
That's when I thought he had committed to the run. Then he gets it back out when he gets just a little bit of free space and kicks it. Well, it was effective. McMinn takes over at their own 1-yard line. This is, I think, where you call 1-800-PEANUT.
That and the heavy package is all aboard.
Yes, I think
that Jack Gooden that came back in the game last week and helped seal that one.
Well, this may very well just be a Gooden run up the middle, trying to get a little bit of breathing room. So Luke Lawson on the sideline. Jack Gooden is your quarterback in the heavy package. And they're just going to push forward, and my goodness, it was effective. They're going to get 3-4 yards.
That was much better than it was fourth quarter action with the game on the line.
You know, you almost would run that same play again. My goodness. I guess they're going to mark it at the 3, I guess, officially. Felt like a little more than that. But it is some breathing room, and the offense comes back onto the field, the standard offense. By the way, Eli Dalton is in there on the offensive line, so it's always good to see a freshman get some playing time. Here is a handoff to Peanut Dyer up the middle. Boy, I thought he had some running room there for a second. It closed down. He's up over the 5 to about the 7-yard line, I believe. Gain of 4. And Peanut also, he's like a step away from breaking one.
And Cleveland, everybody's watched film on him now for a couple of years. And so they're going to key in and send a host of them to get him.
We got a flag back around the 1-yard line. McMinn marching back. So this is going to be half the distance to the goal. Must have been an illegal block. So let's see with the penalty. They're going to mark it back down on the 3-yard line, so it kind of comes right back. Well, it's probably the 2-yard line. It's second down and 8. The scoreboard showing it's at the 3-yard line. Here's a handoff to Peanut Dyer again. We're just trying to get a little space down there. We're pushed up against the end zone. The run is good up to about the 4 or 5-yard line. We'll see where they place it. And now here's a late flag after the play. And this one might go against McMinn as well. And this one, again, would be after the play. Trying to see where they have the ball marked. You can keep an eye on that head official.
Shoving somebody after the play is what I just read off the lips of that receiver, referee to Coach Cagle.
This is going to take the ball back. It's hard for us to see the spot exactly, but it's about the 2-yard line. And it's kind of just stayed there. But it's 3rd down and 8 now. 3rd down and 8. Here's a snap. Lawson looking. He's going to have to scramble in the end zone. Needs to get rid of it, and now he does in the direction of Frasier, but it's going to be incomplete. And so it's going to bring up 4th down in a punting situation for the Cherokees.
I think there was a few people in blue shirts over there that thought that was intentional grounding, but that was clean textbook. Just kind of throw it where nobody else can get it.
Maddox Frasier was headed for the sideline. He was close by, I believe. Didn't have an opportunity to catch it, but he was in the vicinity.
Yeah, definitely.
So Lawson will go into a punting situation. He is near the back of the end zone, maybe a yard or two in front of the back line. 6:53 to go here in the second quarter. It's 7-7, Cleveland and McMinn. The return man for Cleveland is standing at the McMinn 34-yard line. Here's the punt. Need a good one. It's an end over end. It's going to bounce. It's not going to be returned. Frasier's going to hit it down at about the 3rd. I think they're going to end up marking this around the 33-yard line. So the return man had it figured just about right, but it actually bounced in front of him. He just got away from the football. So Cleveland with 6:41, we'll just keep it right here, 6:41 in a 7-7 football game. Once again, they're going to have really, really good field position.
And defense had a little bit more time with the penalties being called there. So maybe they've gotten to watch some of that film about where Cleveland's receivers just keep finding holes in the back end of this defense.
Yep. And that's where we're at right now. It's linebackers and corners and safeties providing the best coverage here. The line's getting good pressure at the moment. So McCowan comes in with Beard again in the backfield. That's basically who we've seen all night. Kyrie Scott's out there. And he's going to come in motion to the far side of the field. A whistle is blown.
Delay a game.
It is, in fact, delay a game. So that's going to cost Cleveland 5 yards from the 33.
And so that does tell me which now looking, play clock is at 0. And they're turned off, so it is that back judge keeping
it on the field then.
Whereas Bradley had it still showing 45 or 25 seconds the whole game. McMinn's going to show it at 0.
Back to pass. McCowan under pressure once again. They're coming hard. Here comes Sneed. He puts it up into the air, and the defender was getting ready to intercept it and was pushed by a Cleveland receiver, but no flag.
I was going to say that's offensive pass interference.
I think
playing defense.
I think those bottoms over there.
It was.
And he looked like he was in position to make an interception. I don't know where he was with regards to that sideline, but it looked like it was the Cleveland receiver that got there early that time.
I thought it was straight 2 bottoms, and he's going to have a decent setup over there. But talk about that defensive line. I mean, Javante Parker, as soon as they snapped it, he bull rushed his offensive lineman in front of him and was back there.
Back to pass again. Here they come. Bull rushing again. He's going to throw deep. Gonzalez is back there. That's good defense right there.
I had to overthrow it.
A little bit of hands going on both ways that time, but no call. I thought that was good defense by Gonzalez.
And I think, and the fact that it was over the head by several yards, officials smartly figure out that's not catchable at that point where they're at.
Mekhi McDermott back into the game again. Javante Parker's in there. Spartan Lyle's in it. It looks like
He's going to defensive end.
he's going to he has defensive end because we have 3 linebackers back there. Nice. He is a versatile player.
Yes.
So here it is, 3rd down and 15. McCowan empty backfield. Low snap, but he gets it now under pressure again, immediately trying to get forward. He's going to be sacked. And here's a late flag coming in.
How is the official on the far side going to be the one to throw the flag on
There
this?
looked like there might have been a face mask there. The official that was right on the play did not call anything. The VAR official standing on the Cleveland sideline, and they are waving it off.
Yes.
They talked about it, waved it off. I thought that's what was coming.
I agree. It did look like when Sam Green got back there initially that he had a hold of the face mask, but I think it might have been somewhere under the shoulder pad, and quarterback McCowan just had his head kind of tucked.
So the ball is marked all the way back to the 49. They went from the 33-yard line back to the McMinn 49.
Defense had that time to reset, and it's the defensive pressure on the line right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the difference for sure. They cannot get them blocked. They can't even begin to get them blocked.
No. And we just talked about it was Sam Green and Spartan Lyle, both defensive ends getting back there this time instead of defensive tackles. So
they really haven't had an answer for Green.
No.
I mean, he's coming off that edge pretty quickly. Let's watch the punt here. He will punt it straight ahead this time. No running around. Drake Frasier's going to take it at the 16-yard line. He's looking for running room. Found a little bit up close to the 30 to the 29.
Yep.
He is elusive.
He is. He's just very talented. We saw him involved so much on the offensive side of the ball last week with catching passes in the flats and making some moves. But defensively and returning, he's doing outstanding through 1.5 games.
He is a playmaker. I do understand they ordered some pickle juice down on the sideline to address the cramping issue that happened last week, and that is the truth. So somewhere down there's a pickle jar. A lot of cramping last week. Had to work through some injuries. So here are the Cherokees back 1st down and 10 from their own 29. Much better field position. It's thrown out to Drake Frasier. He gets his helmet knocked off, first of all. And the ball is carried up over the 30 to the 33. And teammates trying to get Frasier back over to the sideline. He'll play with his helmet or without. It doesn't matter to him. He's played in too many backyard games to worry about that. So the ball is going to be, was there a flag? No flag.
No flag, no.
Up to the 33. It's a gain of 4 and almost more. 2nd down and 6. It's important they keep it going here. Mekhi McDermott comes on to the play late. He's going to be the H-back. That's a big H-back.
Yeah,
Bottoms comes in motion from the near side to the far side. It's going to be handed off to Peanut Dyer. He's looking for running room. He's going to find it. He's going to keep grinding. He's up over the 40, up over the 45. He's still going to the 50. Took 7 people to get him down.
He dragged 3 Blue Raiders with him to the ground. And it may just be because Peanut wanted to take a break because he was not being stopped right there.
All the way to the Cleveland 49-yard line and a 1st down for the Cherokees. He was probably stopped 8 yards before he got there. Or should have been. Just kept grinding those legs.
And that was Mekhi McDermott and that H-back. They ran right behind him, and Mekhi got his helmet ripped off, so he has to come out.
1st down and 10. This time they fake it to Dyer, throw it out to Maddox Frasier on the right-hand side. He's elusive. Should have went down somewhere close to the line of scrimmage. Fights forward for about 5 or 6 yards, and another flag comes down. This could be a blocking issue for the Cherokees. We'll see.
Face mask on Cleveland.
So that's going to cost them either 5 or 15s at the end of this run, I imagine.
Where did he get up to, the 44?
Yep, they're going to mark it at the 39. Yes, I think he did, to the 44, and they're going to move it to the 39-yard line.
Okay.
That's where it's going to be 1st and 10 again. Luke Lawson brings his team to the line. Peanut Dyer is there. He'll pull it out of Dyer's stomach, and now he's going to run it quarterback around the right-hand side for 7 or 8 yards.
And then
And here is another late flag I think is going to go unsportsmanlike conduct against Cleveland. I didn't see it, but Gonzalez was on the ground, and the sideline saw it because they were certainly talking about it. Let's see the call here. It was a positive play for 7 or 8 yards, first of all.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against Cleveland.
It's going to be an automatic first down.
An automatic first down, and let's see, they're going to mark it from the end of the play. So that's going to move the football inside the 20-yard line to the 18.
And right here, it's getting, some penalties going both ways through this first half, but McMinn's just got to keep the calm head here.
Yep.
And everybody moves for McMinn.
Tried to go a little fast right there, probably. That's going to cost them some yardage. I had that marked. The ball's at the, I thought it was the inside.
Was it at the
the scoreboard's saying 23. I guess it is the 23 now with the penalty. The Cleveland 23. It's first down and 15. Lawson straight back to pass. He's looking long to Gonzalez, who's in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Cherokees.
What a play.
What a throw, what a catch.
Right over the head of the defender, and Gonzalez just right there in the end zone.
You know a little something about this kid, Gonzalez.
He is just an athlete. Both his parents, he comes from a family of athletes. He is impressive on the basketball court, and I'm thankful he's playing on Friday nights, too.
3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Here's a straight direct handoff to Drew Bottoms. He tosses it back to Maddox Frasier, and he's tackled before he can convert the 2-point conversion. So instead of kicking the extra point, they end up trying to go for 2. Thought they saw something there. Unfortunately, it closed down quickly. So with 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second quarter, McMinn County 13, Cleveland 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
No parent wants to think about their children growing up without them. Although we realize we can't control their future, we do have the ability to secure it through careful planning. So isn't it time to begin preparing for their future and your dreams for them? When you begin to game plan with life insurance, you're able to focus on what matters most today. Because life isn't about worrying when the storms of life will come. It's about planning on how to dance in the rain. Game plan today. Game plan for life. Contact us today to get started.
This time that's going to be taken at the 5-yard line, up to the 10, over the 15, looking for running room, brought down just over the 20 by Drake Frasier.
Nice coverage by Frasier right there.
Looked like he was about to find himself a little running room, but taken down quickly. And we'll see where they mark it. The 22-yard line is where Cleveland will take over, their own 22. Again, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Again, the defense has played outstanding. Need one more stop from them right here. Remember this, it is McMinn County who gets the football coming back out in the second half. So would love to get a stop here, maybe a stop and score. That'd be ideal. I don't wish for too much.
Well,
Let's just take a 2-touchdown lead. Cleveland, they hand off to Beard over the left-hand side. He's met by Spartan Lyle. Breaks that tackle, gets up over the 25-yard line. Spartan Lyle can't believe he missed it, I don't think.
No, and it's just one of those, the angle I think he took and how he was trying to wrap him up. Beard was able to kind of shrug that one off.
Kind of hit him high, which is almost have to. He's not a big guy. But runs it all the way up to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7 yards. Still a nice hit, though, by Lyle. Second down and 3. Clock is running, under 3 minutes now.
Westfield on the far side. Got to know where he's at.
Here's fake handoff. He's coming to the near side, under pressure. Now throws it over the middle of the football field. No one is there except 3 Cherokees. It falls down in between them.
I think Dyer, number 3 right here, he's kind of throwing his arms up. I think Westfield stopped his route when he saw how deep it had to be thrown. Westfield looked at just giving up on the play. And
so interesting here, third down and 3. And at this point, I don't know what Cleveland's going to run here. The short passes, little short down and outs have been successful for them. We might see something like that right here. They haven't been able to run the football very effectively.
And we've had 3 or 4 different Cherokees.
And there is a whistle blown. I think it's probably going to be a timeout, and it is for Cleveland.
Yep.
So with the timeout, 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first half. McMinn leading 13-7. We'll take a 30-second break. 30 seconds.
Practice time's over. It's football time in McMinn County. Go Cherokees!
Hello, Cherokees. This is Lee Parkinson, McMinn County's Director of Schools. Congratulations on a great win last week in Bradley County. Be good, be kind, be victorious, and go Tribe.
To him, and that's
I spoke too soon.
Well, again, we'll give him the 3 and 4 yarders, I think, pretty much all day. That time, though, however, effective for the first down. It moves the ball right up to the 35-yard line.
Commentator's curse. That's what it was right there.
He is a good target for them. He has a way of getting open.
Don't have his height, but he's at least 6'1", somewhere in there.
2:10 to go here, and here's a run by Beard, looking for some running room. Cherokees hold him up. He does turn it into some positive yardage to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. They're going to call it the 41, so it's a pickup of 6 yards, but clock continues to run.
Yep.
Cleveland has 2 timeouts left. McMinn looks to have all 3 of theirs. Second down and 4. McMinn working hard to keep them out of the end zone here before the halftime mark. And this time McCowan's going to run. He commits to running. He slides down at about the 50. I'm glad they didn't call a penalty there.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been, I don't think. But
he was looking for one, but I agree. They're not going to call the one against Cleveland on Luke earlier.
It's a pickup of 9 yards to the 50-yard line. It's going to be a first down and 10. Now the clock at 1:30. Again, they have 2 timeouts. They're not getting in a big hurry. Now we need some pressure on that quarterback. Straight back to pass. Pushing through again. It goes to the outside. It's going to be complete to Westfield. Breaks a tackle. Trying to get down the sideline. He's inside the 30, about the 26-yard line. Boy, you got to stay with that guy.
You got to know where he's at all times. And
comes up limping just a little bit, goes immediately to the sideline. We'll keep an eye on that. He just went off on his own power, though.
Kind of a little comeback route there on that outside, and sits there and waits on the ball.
Ball's on the McMinn County 26-yard line. It was a pickup of 24 on the play. Straight back to pass. Now rolling to his right is McCowan. He's got a receiver, but he decides to run. Is he going to go down? No, he's going to try to get out of bounds, and he does at about the 21. Pickup of 5, the McMinn 21.
And, Terry, I don't know. It looks like Cleveland's double-teaming the defensive tackles now in a way, and they might be getting away with some holds. They got almost like the linemen have arm locks on each other, just playing a little Red Rover trying to get McMinn to break it there, but see if they can get some more pressure here.
We'll actually call it the 20. It's going to be second down and 4. McCowan in the backfield with Beard, and they're driving. 47 seconds to go now in the first half. Straight back to pass. Now Rose to his left. Again, it's thrown. It's hit up into the air, tip drill, but the Cherokees can't come up with it. Looked like Drew Bottoms is going to have a chance there, Jared, but it just screamed over his head as well.
And I don't know that he saw. I think he was kind of looking to see where the receiver was headed, anticipating the catch there. But I think if he catches he's gone for a pick six.
So it goes down as an incomplete pass. It does stop the clock. 42 seconds to go. Remember, coming up at halftime, members of the 1975 team, we've got Hubert Simpson coming up and Danny Derrick. Here's the snap. Here it's going to be McCowan who keeps it straight up the middle. He's going to be taken down at about, let's see where they mark it.
This
maybe
guy's
the
got him
16.
at the 20, or yeah,
18 back here.
18.
He must have drug his knee or something because he landed up around the 16, I thought. And here is a timeout by Cleveland. So, again, it's going to be down to the McMinn 18-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and 2. That down and distance kind of snuck up on me there. Didn't realize that we had jumped to 4th down, so this is a big play coming up with 28 seconds to go, and it's kind of in that zone again where you think, well, we'll just run for that 2 yards, but they haven't run it very effectively.
Well, and I wonder do you take points here if you're Coach Brown or not, because I think Malonis has the leg to hit this field goal from the right hash, but it's kind of one of those decisions of what does he want to do? Do you try to run it and go for it? Do you try to throw it to the end zone, or do you kick it and take your 3 and be down by 3? I don't know if that's what they really want to try to do or not. So
here's the situation, 28.7 seconds to go here in the first half. McMinn County's leading it 13-7. Cleveland's got it 4th down and 2.
Offense staying on the field. That kind of expected.
Yep. Not trying a field goal here. 3 backs in the backfield. Beard's the one in the rear. And McCowan's going to sweep across, and he's going to have a receiver that's open at the 10. He's going to get into the end zone. So it's just one of those backs came out of the backfield, I believe. And is a complete pass. It's going to go down for an 18-yard touchdown. It was Lacorius Edens who caught the pass. I think he snuck right out of the backfield. He's one of those backs back there.
Yep.
They faked the handoff, and they hit him in the flat, and he did the rest. Pretty good speed there. So now 13-13, 21 seconds to go, and Cleveland with the point after. Here's the snap. It's down. Kick is up. And it's good. So 21 seconds to go. Cleveland has retaken the lead. They're going to lead at 14-13. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
We put our whole heart into caring for yours. At Star Regional Medical Center, we offer compassionate, local care in our accredited chest pain center. From emergency heart treatment to diagnostic.
Going to do for college yet? No, I don't think so. I'd like to go to Wesleyan like you, but I don't think my parents can afford it. I bet they can. I qualified for a program and I'm going to TW tuition free. Really? How is that? The TWU Pledge. It's a program they offer to local high school students that basically helps with their tuition. You should check it out. Will do. Can you send me that link? Yeah.
Don't let anything stand in the way when excellence is within reach. Tennessee Wesleyan University is the best value in higher education for East Tennesseans. Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
50502. Go Cherokee.
Cleveland getting set to kick off here to McMinn with 21.5 seconds remaining as Blue Raiders have just taken the lead 14-13 off of the McGowan pass to Edens, and see if the Cherokees with 3 timeouts, see what they can get done with 21.5 seconds. See if they can get a good return here.
Thank you, Jared. The kickoff is going to be taken by Frasier at the 2-yard line, going straight up the middle, looking for running room. Finds some. He's out over the 25-yard line. He's a dangerous guy.
I was going to say, with that return right there, you got 3 timeouts, and Luke Lawson can throw it.
Yep.
I might as well try to take some shots here, and if you can get down here close. But we'll see what they draw up.
Drake getting up a little slow there. I think he's okay, though. I thought he was limping there at first, but I think he's just walking slowly to the huddle. The ball set on the McMinn 27-yard line.
Again, just about a half a block from being across the 50 there for him on a good return. Right. Looks like McMinn's at least lining up to take a chance. They got 4, the diamond pattern over here on the left.
Yeah, nobody in the offensive backfield except Luke Lawson. Here's the snap, straight back. It's a quick pass, and they throw it to Frasier. Drake Frasier down the sideline, steps out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it. So a pickup of 8.7 seconds. This play will have to be even better than that one to have a shot at maybe a possible field goal or one last play to maybe throw it into the end zone. Lawson again with an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Cleveland, you would think, would be in prevent. They may go here to Gonzalez again on this near sideline, just streak him down the sideline.
Got Westfield kind of on this safety over the top here. Got Maddox Frasier, who's got the most side, him or Kessler on the far side.
Now they drop another linebacker back, so they're definitely in a prevent-style defense. Straight back to pass. Lawson under a little bit of pressure, having to scramble around, and he does throw it down the field. It's complete inside the 40. A nice move there by Frasier. He's going down inside the 10, breaks a tackle, and is taken down at the 6-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. He made some cuts. There was a few blocks, but he got by Westfield, and it was another guy that just came and got him from behind.
And from across the field, really.
Yeah. Wow, what a play.
Wow, so that play ends the half, and what an exciting end to the half. If nothing else, those guys just added a lot to their stats right there.
And Cleveland coaching staff arguing with the referees about something.
Yeah.
Guess they felt maybe Luke's knee went down, but.
Yeah. It was close to that, but I think he got that away, and they're not going to look at a replay or anything like that. So a nice play to end the half, just a few yards short and a few seconds short of getting that ball into the end zone.
But they get the ball back.
So. Yep, the Cherokees will have the ball when we come back out for the second half. And at halftime, it's Cleveland leading McMinn 14-13. Remember, we'll talk about this first half when we come back. Take another break, and then we'll have our Cherokee chat guest, and we'll have Hubert Simpson and Danny Derrick will be with us here at the half. So we'll be back. Take a break right now. Again, Cleveland 14, McMinn 13. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Please welcome to the center of the field your McMinn County High School Golden Girls dance team.
Cleveland at their own 29-yard line after the exchange of punts. And 7 plays later, 23-yard touchdown pass to Gonzalez. The 2-point attempt. This is interesting, and it could come back and hurt us, but they think they see something on the 2-point conversion. It doesn't work out. So instead of going up 14-7 with an extra point, they try for 2. It fails, and so it's 13-7 at that point. Cleveland comes back, gets it at their own 22-yard line, and then the closing seconds go on a 10-play drive, actually, and an 18-yard touchdown pass to Edens with only 21 seconds to play in the half. Their extra point is good, and that's what brings us to a 14-13 lead at halftime. Well, we're going to have our Cherokee chat feature in just a moment. When we come back, we're going to take another 60-second break. When we come back, Danny Derrick is here from the 1975 team, and we might even find Johnny Kaufman running around here somewhere, and Hubert Simpson is probably making his way up here as well. And in fact, I see him right now. You can't miss him. I'm not sure how tall he is, but you can't miss him coming up. He'll probably be stopped about 14 times trying to get up here. But he is on their way. So we will take a 60-second break right now, and we'll come back with our Cherokee chat feature. 60 seconds. All right, let's get these. Here you go. Put you right there. We'll just stand. Hubert. Hey, Hubert. You guys here okay?
Simmons Bank is proud to support McMinn County High School athletics.
Good to meet you, man. Thank you for coming up.
Community bank that invests in friends and neighbors,
Is that too loud or
especially
you
those
good?
who root for
That's
the
fine.
charity.
Okay.
For more than 100 years, Simmons has worked hard to help make customer
Jared Wright.
dreams
Nice to
come
meet you.
true,
Nice to
like
meet you
buying
too.
a home,
Dan.
starting a business, or managing money
y'all wanna-
safely and securely. Visit
So if you want-
SimmonsBank.com.
This is the 50-year anniversary.
There you go.
My grandson.
All right.
Playing football tomorrow.
All right, we are back at Cherokee Stadium again. Cleveland, with 21 seconds to play in the first half, take the lead 14-13 over McMinn. And just like last week, Jared, really an exciting game down at Bradley Central. Cherokees come out on top. We got another barn burner here tonight.
We do. Hopefully the offense will click a little bit more for the Cherokees, but also that defensive line come back and fire it up there in the second half.
Well, I want to welcome a couple of guys here into the press box with us for our Cherokee. Each week we do what we call a Cherokee chat feature, and it's usually one of our current players that we like to highlight. And with the 1975 team coming back for a reunion, we wanted to go live here tonight. So joining us then is Hubert Simpson and Danny Derrick, 2 players on that famed 1975 team. Guys, let me start with you, Danny. First of all, how's this weekend been, and just getting together with some of these guys?
It's such a taste of the past. It's such an opportunity to see what the city of Athens did for us, to give us a chance to do something special, to stand up I'm just grateful. I am just incredibly grateful for what the city has done. Yep. People like Hubert have done. And, it's just a wonderful thing.
Hubert, have you enjoyed seeing the old teammates?
Yes, very much so, especially Joey and, Mike and all the guys, Brian Witt. And we're missing Lito tonight, though.
Yeah? Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing with Witt, if you can get him to put a different hat on instead of that crimson hat,
yeah,
it'll be good.
Well, I'm sure you occasionally maybe run across one of the former teammates, but, man, to have 27 of you guys here 50 years later, it's super impressive. Well, we in our pregame show, we sat down with your former assistant coach, John Forgety, joined us, along with Johnny Kaufman. Gino Inman was in that as well. From a coaching standpoint, what we found was, and this came from Gino, but it also came from Coach Forgety, those coaches were pretty hard on you guys.
Yes, they were. Very much so.
They work you. What do you remember about their practices and just preparation for a game?
Well, mostly is the sprints. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking across the field, sideline, back. Remember those, Danny?
Oh, I remember that. So, and I remember that old dirt field outside of the old stadium.
Across the street.
Where that's where we did all of our two-a-days, summer practices. People don't understand that was our chance to pay our dues, so the city, so people could help us do what we did, and but we couldn't have done it all by ourselves.
Exactly.
The people helped us to do this. People like you guys. Well, people that were on the radio. I mean, Athens is what? It's a city of 15,000 people. I remember there was one game there was 8,000 people there.
Man.
Amazing, just amazing.
And that's packing it in.
Yeah.
At the whole field, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's packing it in.
You know, I tell you, I love that we put them on the map. We put the town on the map.
You did, in fact, do that, Hubert, and we would look back at this team. Yeah, I mean, just to think, and I hear coaches say this a lot, if you have an undefeated season at any level,
right,
it's an impressive thing. You guys have it at the high school level, and in 50 years, it's never happened again.
Wow.
Right.
And let me tell you, there's been some good teams come through here.
Yeah, I know it.
But it's really special to go undefeated, untied. Okay. Let's look back a little bit. What's a game or a play or an experience that maybe you look back on, you remember it well? There's got to be a game that might have been special to you.
The Bradley game was. There we go. I like that one. That was homecoming, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was the second half kickoff. It might have been the first half. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I fumbled the ball, picked it up, went 88 yards. So that was a good one.
Just says that nonchalantly. Just picked it up, ran it 88.
They thought they had me, though. I come out of that little ball.
I'm sure you did. Danny, what about you? Any games come to mind?
It was always just a matter of Hubert's big man now, was big man then. Most of us were 165 pounds.
That's right.
Undersized.
And we were undersized, and these coaches, the John Fogertys of the world, caused us to be in a position where we could come out there and support somebody like Hubert to have a really big-time season. And you're right, 10-0, that's unheard of.
How does it feel to come back and just experience this atmosphere again? Hey, you know, and Hubert, you played big-time college football.
Yeah.
But there's something special about high school football, isn't it?
It is. It's fun. That's what you like about it.
Did you guys get a chance to go up into the new performance center?
Oh, yeah, I like the weight room.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have had that when I was playing.
Well, they discussed your all's weight room during the pregame show. And it wasn't pretty. There was leaks and had to be fumigated from time to time.
Two weight benches.
Two weight benches. That is unbelievable.
Daily fumigation. I recall that they were pumping powder or something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Hubert, let's. How about, I'm looking back, one of the games that they talked about during the pregame was that Knox Central game. And Tim Irwin was part of that team, who I think you would go on to play with at Tennessee. Yeah. That was your closest battle there. You guys end up winning that, I think, on a 2-point conversion, if I remember that. What do you remember about that game?
Oh, they gave it to me twice.
Yeah.
And I remember that last play. John Grubb, quarterback, falling down, threw the ball, Ricky Pryor in the end zone.
Yeah.
2-point conversion.
How about this last play right here before the half? Boy,
that reminded me of that.
It was kind of like that, wasn't it? They talked a lot about that. I mean, you guys could have just said, okay, let's kick the extra point, let's take them to overtime. The decision, somebody made the decision, I guess, Coach Monroe, to go for 2, and it pays off in a big way.
It really did.
Keep that. I want to ask you a little bit, Hubert. You, of course, leave here, go on to the University of Tennessee. First of all, how did that recruitment go? Who came down here to take a look at you, talk to you? Do you remember much of that?
Oh, Coach Battle came himself.
He did, okay.
Yeah, he see the old football field. He sit there with my mom and my sister. And I was aiming to prove something that night.
Yeah. Did you have any thoughts of going anywhere else to play than Tennessee? I'm sure you had other offers.
Oh, I had a bunch of offers, but I don't know. Tennessee, my mom wanted me to go there. And my grandmother, actually my grandmother wanted me to go to Vanderbilt, but that was out of the question.
Yeah.
And but Coach Battle, he promised me I'd play.
Yeah.
So that's why I came.
And then Coach Battle, though, would exit before during your career there.
Right.
Coach Majors comes in.
He came in. Coach Majors did. He was a whole lot different.
Well, yeah. Okay. Totally different.
Yes.
Well, looking at, as a Vol fan myself, this is a big Vol fan right here, and we're much different ages. But you know, we all as Vol fans and grew up in this area, we have games that we remember and will never forget. There's those games. Yours is one of them against Notre Dame.
Right. 4
touchdowns. I'm sure you're asked about that all the time when people talk to you. But what a performance that day by yourself, but also your football team.
Our line. I praised them as soon as we got in the locker room and they was asking me questions. I said we couldn't have done it without a line.
You know what? That's really interesting that you would say that. Now, people that are listening on radio cannot see this picture, but here you are with Bob Kessling praising that line.
That's it.
In 1979.
I'll never forget them boys. I'm telling you.
You can pull this whole interview up on YouTube and the highlights of the game, the Johnny Major Show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a special day for a fan, and that's one of those games. It's the 85 Sugar Bowl. It's that 79 win where you scored 4 touchdowns against Notre Dame. That was the first time Notre Dame had visited Neyland Stadium.
Yep.
So a big game right there. I guess kind of in closing, guys, we'll close it out here, but just talk about this weekend once more, just seeing old friends.
It's in a way they've never changed.
Yeah.
In a way they're the same guys, but
Mm-hmm.
they've gone on and they've all been successful in life. It's just, and I think part of being part of this team is what gave them the motivation and just the wherewithal to move on and be successful in their lives.
Gino Inman said during our earlier interview that the things that he took from this team, from the preparation to leadership to being accountable,
yes,
he took those things from this team, took that into life, took that into his business, took that into his career. And so there was a lot of lessons learned on that old football field over there.
Yes, it was.
So many lessons, and the people like John Fogarty, who taught us how to get back up whenever we got knocked down.
Mm-hmm. He sure did.
I mean, he really did teach us how to get back up.
What a coaching staff you had here with Monroe, Molinax, Fogarty. That was a special group of coaches in knowing now on the other end of all that those guys would accomplish.
Well, and Coach Monroe's been at a couple other programs in the area that have named stuff after him because he's had that success. So
he's had success everywhere he's coached.
Everywhere he's been successful.
Yeah. He has. Well, guys, we want to thank you. Jared, do you have anything else?
No, I think it's a challenge to any other class, no matter if you went undefeated or not. You get 27 people back from one team 50 years later is huge.
That's what made us so good, the closeness, man. And we're back. And
so I'll introduce you to the world. I'll introduce you to the next generation. This is Thatch. Thatch is playing 10-year-old football tomorrow at Macaulay.
All right.
What position you play?
What position?
Well, center?
He's center.
Big boys up front.
Good pushing people around.
Well, we thought there might have been a few of y'all that could suit back up out there. So
maybe up here, but now right here.
Both of them shaking their heads.
We'll be dreaming about suiting back up.
There you go.
Well, guys, we're going to get ready for an exciting second half here. I hope we can pull this one out. I think we can.
Great to meet you.
Appreciate you guys coming up and just spending a little time with us.
You're very welcome.
Honored to meet both of you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back to the stadium.
Guys, can we get a quick picture? With you guys?
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
Osmond Flooring has over 150 in-stock styles and colors of flooring for every budget and taste. 100% waterproof luxury vinyl planks and tile. Different widths of linoleum and tons of carpet in stock and ready to load in your vehicle. Or have one of their installation crews deliver and install it for you for the lowest prices around. Osmond has hard-to-find species of hardwoods and now cabinets as well. Let them turn your house into the home of your dreams. You can't buy flooring or cabinets for less, unless it's a lot less cabinets and flooring. Osmond Flooring, easy to find and well worth the drive at 2412 Congress Parkway South, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
All right, welcome back to Cherokee Stadium. It's halftime. McMinn County trailing by 1 point. Cleveland leading at 14-13. Terry Stansel's here with us to provide stats for us. So, Terry, how's that first half look?
Okay, for Cleveland, I've got him 42 yards rushing on 16 carries, averaging 2.6 yards a carry, 161 yards in the air on 11 completions, 203 yards for the first half. For our Cherokees, 53 yards rushing on 10 carries, averaging 5.3 yards a carry, 127 yards in the air on 7 receptions, 180 yards. Individually for Cleveland, leading ground gainer Brashawn Beard, 8 carries, 33 yards. Case McCowan is 11 of 19 with 1 interception for 161 yards. Their leading receiver, Kyrese Westfield, 5 receptions, 87 yards. For the Cherokees, Luke Lawson rushes are 3 for 10 yards. Peanut Dyer, 5 for 35. Jason Gonzalez, 1 for 5. Jack Gooden, 1 for 3. Luke Lawson is 7 of 9 in the air for 127 yards. Maddox Frasier, 1 catch, 5 yards. Drake Frazier, 4 for 95, and Jason Gonzalez, 2 for 27.
Terry, an interesting an exciting first half, kind of back and forth. Cherokee certainly right in this game, but Cleveland came in with something to prove tonight.
They did. They need to win. And, McMinn's kind of like, I keep going, they're like a train. It takes them a little bit to get going, and once they start rolling, as you saw at the end of the second half, or the first half, they really start rolling. And I look for a lot to come out after the second half.
Well, we hope that things go the way they did a week ago in the second half, that they come out strong like that. But
this is a good game. It's a good game. This is typical Cleveland McMinn football.
It is. Thank you, Terry. We appreciate it. All right, Jared, you want to go to some scores?
I've got some interesting and some not so interesting blowouts already. But here in week 2, Bearden at Alcoa, 42-6. The Tornadoes over Bearden. That's a 4A matchup. You've got McMinn Central lost on the road at Eagleton last night, 25-18. Catholic up 28-7 over Anderson County. Powell, whose game with Anderson County last week got just canceled altogether, 14-7. They are over Farragut on the road in the second. Knox Central, future opponent, and of course referenced in the matchup with the 75 team. They were up 27-0 over Fulton in the second on the road at Fulton. Maryville blanking Knox West 27-0 in the second quarter. That's Knox West is a title contender in 5A.
Where we've seen West the past few years, that's really surprising.
East Hamilton up 28-12 over Meigs County at home at the half. Loudon in the Battle of the Bridge over Lenore City, 24-3 at half. Let's see. Bradley at Walker Valley. Bears up 21-0 at the half. So a little bit of difference there. And then interesting game to pull out. Ray County and Notre Dame 7-7 at the half. Tyner beating Chattanooga Christian 34-7 at the half. But the game of rivalry games here, it's called the Coffee Pot game, Terry.
Okay.
It is Tullahoma and Coffee County Central. It's tied up 7-7 for the Coffee Pot game.
Coffee Pot game.
Yes. That's what I found this week. And I was like, all right, we're going to throw some weird rivalry names.
Somebody gets a Keurig, whoever wins, I guess.
That is it. After being over there for basketball a few times, yes, it's they've got some rivalries over there for sure.
Well, so Bob Kessling has nothing on us. He's interviewed Hubert Simpson, as have we.
That's it. And see, and now we're, we got to one-up Mike Keith because he's going to be on the air tomorrow with the Vols. So it's
I'm pretty sure he's going to one-up us.
Yeah, he's got it. But I mean, it's still kind of cool to. I mean, you talk about the size of Hubert Simpson and as he stood out there, and Danny, and what they talked about, how undersized those guys were. But I mean, Hubert's hand. Just huge hands, huge build, still got that football form.
Hubert, and he wasn't particularly thick. He had big shoulders, as I recall, and there's a You can see what he was like at UT there. But it's, he kind of V'd down to a small waist, but the guy was big.
Yes.
And if you go back and look at any of his film, that's what it was called back then, in college, he looked big there too. I mean, so he fit right in at the college level. And also, of course, Danny coming up here, what a nice guy.
Super nice. Brought his grandson.
Yeah, brought his grandson, and obviously this night meant so much to him.
And I think if we interviewed all 27 guys that are down there, I think they've all, you've just seen the smiles, the elation that they have had, and like the guys that could not make it that they didn't hear from, or Coach Monroe, who we know Johnny mentioned he got sick and he and his wife couldn't make it up here for this. But, I mean, there's several that they just, couldn't make it back, but the guys that are here, there's got a banner hanging on the fence. They've done a great job, as Danny alluded to, and what the celebration has been for them this week.
Well, you mentioned this, but the Vols' first game is tomorrow as they face Syracuse in Atlanta. The Vol Network coverage begins at 9:30 in the morning. So that'll be on 101.7 WJSQ. And this is interesting. WJSQ is the largest Vol Network station between Knoxville and Chattanooga.
That's awesome. Picks up the whole coverage territory then.
Absolutely. So that's going to be nice. The Cherokees, both teams actually now back on the field, and the Cherokees will receive. And hopefully they can take off exactly where they left off there in the second quarter.
I wish we could get that. Could finish that.
Well, he probably, he is back there to return. So, man, it was so close. I really thought when he got to about the 10, I thought he was in.
When he made the cut from the sideline back to the numbers per se, I thought, okay, he's got a chance. And then you look up, and it's only Westfield to beat. And about that time he's by Westfield, I thought he's going to score. But then this guy just comes out of nowhere to tackle him.
95 yards receiving, I think, in the first half. Here is the kickoff, and it's going to be taken by Frasier. However, he's going to be pushed back into the end zone. So that's an effective kick by Cleveland there. That means McMinn County then is going to have this ball at their own 20-yard line. That's where they're going to take over first down and 10.
That's one of those, unless you've got a chance to make a big return right there, you're going to take the touchback and be happy to start at the 20 here. Let's see.
So a lot of it's going to be interesting to see adjustments on both sides of the field here, both Cleveland and McMinn, and see what adjustments are made here at halftime. Lawson brings his team out. They immediately hand to Peanut Dyer around the right-hand side, finds some running room up over the 35, close to the 40. Well, they immediately found something on the outside.
Outstanding run and just some block sealed on the outside. Maddox Frasier being the receiver that got that, and that may have been the West Virginia commit there, Cam Goforth, that got pulled around and sealed off that block. But Westfield just bounced off of Peanut Dyer, by the way.
This line does an outstanding job, by the way. We probably don't credit them enough. Back to pass. Here's a quick throw to Frasier. Breaks a tackle up close to the 50. Did he step out of bounds? He did not. 50-yard line, and here's a late penalty flag. Comes down at about the 48-yard line. The ball's inside Cleveland territory to the 49, but there's a flag down. Cam Goforth's helmet is off. I don't know if it got ripped off.
I think it did, but
they're going to
ineligible
downfield. So Goforth, because his helmet came off, is going to have to come off. That is Ty Miller, I think, stepping in for him.
Yes, it is. And Coach Cagle trying to get an explanation, so
they're going to walk
eligible
this back.
Receiver, and it's going to be from the end of the play. No, I guess from the spot of the foul. Sorry.
That's interesting.
Because the end of the play happened at the.
So they're marking
49.
it. Looks like they're stepping it off from the 48. I'm not sure of that rule. My goodness, it's a 15-yarder too. And it's going to go all the way back to the 33-yard line of McMinn. So it's a net loss of 7 on the play. It's going to continue to be first down, but it's going to be first down and about 17. Ball again on the 33-yard line. Drake Frasier goes in motion. Here's a handoff up the middle. Nope, Lawson pulls it out, looking for running room. Can't find any. And he's going to be taken down. No gain.
Again, we're in the booth, so it's easier to say, but if he just kind of bounces that outside, he had a little bit more blocking there. Instead, he gets met by a big linebacker there.
He did fight his way up to the 35-yard line, actually, a gain of 2, so it's going to be second down at about 15. Got to get it all the way up to the 50-yard line. Cam Goforth back into the game. Got that helmet secured now.
There's a couple of helmets that have gone flying today.
We have, it was Drake Frasier in the backfield. I was seeing who was in there. Back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a receiver down the left-hand side, just overthrown. And I think that was that Bottoms that broke Kessler broke open down the sideline, and he was open.
Yeah, he was wide open, just kind of a little past his reach, and he's a very tall guy.
He's 6'4", so. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we may see that play call again at some point because they were rolling a lot of receivers around, and I think it really confused Cleveland. They broke coverage
on this side.
Might try the same play on this side. Incomplete pass, third down and 15. It's going to take a long gain right here. Here is back to pass, looking downfield again. They're going to Maddox Frasier. Can't come down with it. Goes up high, in and out of the hands of Frasier.
And he knew it. He's shaking his head because he had it in his hands. But
another big target there, Frasier 6'2". We're not used to having these tall receivers. But it falls incomplete nonetheless. Going to bring up a punting situation. 10:32 to go here in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. And Cleveland's leading 14-13. As you said, we wondered about that Bradley Walker Valley game. Bradley up at the half, 21-0 if you're keeping tabs of that one. Low snap. Gets it away. Nice job by the shortstop to field that one. That was nothing for Lawson.
And thankfully no return because the return man had to dive.
The kick goes all the way down, and Cleveland's going to take over after the punt at their own 35-yard line. It's a low snap, and he really did have to field that like a shortstop, which is what he plays on the baseball team. So Cleveland takes over first down. And you gotta, you kind of want to keep them where they're at, so we can get the lead back.
It's proven that if you can get them behind the chains, they've struggled here so far. Bradley has scored again. It's 28-0 now,
wow.
And that's at Walker Valley, which is where we will be next Friday night.
So first down and 10. Here's they fake it to Beard. It's a pass completed over the middle. It's going to be enough for the first down.
That's the big man.
Up to the 47-yard line.
Jones, forgot his name, yeah.
So Jones pushes ahead for a first down for Cleveland. So first down and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
Just see, you got Westfield on this side. Frasier's on him. Drake Frasier's on him with
the ever-dangerous Westfield to the near side of the field.
Giving him a lot of cushion.
They look to him quickly. That's where they go. Here's a nice tackle. Jack Gooden. He was getting blocked and come off the block to make the tackle.
Just outstanding. That no gain. And just Jack just getting through that block was phenomenal.
Yeah, without Gooden on that play, I mean, that might be a pretty big play for Cleveland.
Now they're going to send a guy way off to the far side.
So McGowan, Beard in the backfield. Got a receiver split wide right. Westfield to the left. Straight back to pass. He's looking for Westfield. No, goes to the opposite side of the field now. Has his receiver. Tries to break a tackle now. Pushed down. Let's see the forward motion that they give him.
I like that spot.
Yeah, it's going to be marked at the 46-yard line of McMinn. That's going to bring up third down. And
a short 3, maybe?
Yeah, a short 3.
That's about right on your yard line there.
Third and 3.
This is kind of that dangerous territory. See if they run it with Beard or McGowan. But also you got Westfield. Watch that screen. Westfield doesn't even know the play. He's kind of throwing his hands up there, all trying to figure it out.
A little confusion there. Now McCown with Beard in the backfield. Receiver comes in motion to the near side. They're pushing through, he's going to run and scramble. He's going to have enough for the first down. Steps out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Again, pressure coming in, but he gets outside the pressure. He's pretty elusive.
He is very fast. Sam Green was right on his tail, and you talk about a guy that looks undersized when you've got him out there. He's listed at 158 and playing defensive end here. He'd have fit in with that 75 team and some of their measurements. But Sam Green has been in the backfield several times tonight within a fingertip of getting the quarterback on the ground, and he's helped out on a couple of them. But
it's a pickup of 8 yards. Going to be first down and 10 at the Cherokee 38-yard line. Snead in there at linebacker. Here's McCowan scrambling to the right side, looking for a receiver. He has one break open, and the ball is caught inside the 10-yard line. Gage Hester back trying to make up some ground back there. I thought he was going to be able to break it up, but it falls into the receiver's hands, and he's going to be marked down. I think that's at the 9-yard line. So another first down for the Blue Raiders. And actually, that's
maybe the
inside 8. The scoreboard has it marked at the 4-yard line.
No, it ain't the 4, thank goodness.
I think it's maybe the 8-yard line. Here's the snap, straight back. McCowan looking for a receiver. Looks to the right-hand side near the end zone. He comes down with it, and it's a touchdown. So Cleveland has scored again. The pass is completed to Tyrus Matthews. So with 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Cleveland has extended their lead. They're going to go up 20-13 with the point after coming.
McMinn's defensive line, Sam Green, frustrated, and I do not blame him. He literally was getting hugged at the waist by the fullback blocking there, and right in front of the head referee, no call.
Cleveland brings in a player late into the game, but they do have 11. The kick is up, and it's good. So 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. We got plenty of football to play. Cleveland leads at 21-13. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Or involved in any way, you're invited to a tailgate reunion coming up at this year's first home game when the Cherokees host the Cleveland Blue Raiders Friday, August 29th. For more information or to be added to the list of attendees, email CherokeeFB1975
Maryville up 41-0 at half.
Who?
Maryville.
All right, awaiting the kickoff, 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cleveland leads at 21-13. Here's the kick that's going to go deep. It's going to go into the end zone. And, of course, that is Sloan Bolanos.
Well, Terry, I mean, it's not unlike the first half. Or the first quarter where Cleveland came out and scored on their first possession. McMinn just cannot afford another 3 and out here.
Yep, got to keep the pressure on right here. And, again, it's still just a one-possession game here. It's 21-13. And you know that the Cherokees likely, if they score, will try to go ahead and go for 2, tie this thing up, I would imagine. So coming into the game, here is Luke Lawson. He's got Peanut Dyer back there with him. He has Drake Frasier back there with him. Here is a run by Peanut, trying to find some running room. Can't really do it. They're having a hard time bringing him down, but he's going horizontal. So he's going to fight back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That one, again, maybe turned up just a little too soon.
Yep, just kind of getting clogged up there in the middle.
Credit Cleveland at this point, though. They're doing a good job on their defense as well.
You talked about it. It's the second half adjustments. So far, Cleveland's made more of them.
Straight back to pass. Lawson, under a little bit of pressure, throws behind Gonzalez. So it's going to be incomplete, bring up third down. They actually gave Peanut a loss of a yard back to the 19 on that first play on first down. So an incomplete pass is going to make it third down in the 11 now for the Cherokees.
And of course, we talked about the injuries from Bradley, missing Marshall Goodner right now, being kind of that star receiver on some big routes for Luke and the chemistry they have. So hopefully he'll be back sooner than later.
So Peanut Dyer coming out of the game now. Drew Bottoms in, so it's going to be all wide receiver right here.
Got to hurry up.
Yep, play clock's got to be running low. They got 20.
Cleveland's going to
see who took that timeout.
Cleveland
took the timeout, which is interesting because it really looked like we were probably getting close to the end of the play clock.
Yeah, if anything, that lets McMinn set up a play.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not so sure that the Cherokees weren't just a little bit confused out there themselves, but we will take that timeout. We're going to keep it right here, though. 6:49 to go in the third quarter. It's been an exciting football game. Cleveland leading 21-13. This is anybody's game right here. Again, this Cleveland-McMinn matchup tonight is a non-region game. Cleveland plays out of Class 6A, McMinn in 5A this season. It's been a region game in the past at times. They've been in the same region, but not tonight. But nonetheless, it is a rivalry game. This schedule's interesting, Jared. It's really three rivals back to back to back, and the one that really matters the most is next week against Walker Valley.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of been the late game, last game of the season the last several years, and really for region championships. But unfortunately, we're going to play it in week 3, but McMinn's tour of Bradley County teams will be over after next week.
Back to pass, Lawson. Looking for a receiver. Somebody's going to break deep. It's Maddox Frasier again. He almost comes down with it. There's the flag. He definitely had the Cleveland defender had an arm on him. He's celebrating as if he did something good. He hasn't seen the flag yet. But that's going to cost him 15 yards and a first down. Maddox Frasier broke into the open and still almost came up with the catch.
I thought he had caught it and got the flag.
Yeah, but guy was all over him. I mean, he definitely had an arm on him when he was going up to make the catch. He's pleading his case, but he's going to lose. So they're going to move this ball up 15 yards. I think the Cherokees are probably a little farther downfield than they think. The offense is going to have to come back down a little bit.
Back up just a few yards.
Back it up. Ball's going to be marked after the penalty at the 34-yard line. Really glad that we got that call, though, and it was quite obvious.
Yeah, I think Maddox he's had 2 now hit him in the hands, and the coverage and the personal foul or pass interference prevented him there, but he nearly pulled it down.
First and 10, empty backfield again, and that was a play designed for Luke Lawson to run the football. There were 4 receivers to the right-hand side. He chose not to throw it and just take it running right up the middle and picks up just a couple of yards. He's up to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 3, we'll call it.
That might be one of those setup plays because they're going to stay in the same formation right here, Terry. And they threw the screen earlier to Drake Frasier. Now Lawson took it on that keeper, so let's see what they can do here.
And here is a completed pass to Kessler. He's over the 50-yard line, another first down. And I think you called it just right, Jared. They were coming back to those 4 guys who all ran different patterns there. And it was Kessler who broke open. The ball's inside the 50 to the Cleveland 48-yard line. And most importantly, another Cherokee first down.
As you can hear Chris Powers.
Don't want to get out. Here's Peanut around the left end looking for running room, and he finds some. He's going to be inside the 45. He just keeps those strong legs driving.
I like where they're spotting it because he rolled over the defender and got another yard out of that. So.
They mark it at the Cleveland 43-yard line, so it's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. Clock's at 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the third quarter. Cleveland 21, McMinn 13. Lawson straight back to pass. He's looking deep. Now he's going to scramble to the right side. He's going to find Drake Frasier down the sideline, makes the catch, and is immediately pushed out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
all set up by that offensive line, doing an outstanding job keeping Cleveland at bay, giving Lawson time to throw it, and he puts it right where Frasier can get it.
And it's going to be at the 23-yard line where it's first down. Frasier comes out, cramping again. Get him the pickle juice.
It looks like Cleveland taking an injured player. Okay.
Okay. Injured player. Well, we'll take a break with him. 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Cleveland 21, McMinn 13. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Between two major Tennessee cities, perfectly placed in the foothills of the Smokies, you'll find a unique community filled with extraordinary people. Students who are full of inquiry. They discover who they are and who they were created to be. Faculty who are more than teachers. They are mentors guiding the next great generation. People are the heartbeat of Tennessee Wesleyan University. We are because you are.
With it in positive yards, not necessarily a first down, but positive yards.
And Luke Lawson has to make the right decision on that. You got four receivers kind of going four different ways or farther down the field, not so far. He's got to choose the open guy.
Well, and the fact this is coaching another flag football team, the timing. Kessler wasn't even turned, and Lawson threw it to his spot so Kessler could get it.
First and 10 from the 23. Back to pass again. Lawson, he's going down the sideline looking for Kessler, and just overthrown into the end zone. It's incomplete pass.
I like taking the shot right there.
Yep.
With the 6'4" guy in the position to be able to go after it and see what you can do.
Yeah, pretty good coverage back there, by the way. And the Cherokees back onto the line of scrimmage pretty quickly. They get the play call from the sideline. Peanut Dyer back there moves to the right. It's fake to him through the bottoms. Nice tackle there by Cleveland.
Yep.
Avoided a block on the near sideline, makes a tackle, and I'm not sure if he gained anything. Back to the line of scrimmage, I believe, where it's going to be third down and 10. So it's at the Cleveland 23-yard line. This could, from where we're at right now, this is four-down territory.
I agree 100%. Down 8, winding down in the third quarter. Might as well go for it.
So we don't got to get it all right here, but we need to get some of it. Back to pass again, looking for a receiver. Finds him on the near sideline. That's Maddox Frasier, and he's going to be a little short. Let's see where they mark it. Boy, it's close.
That's what I was.
They have it. They move it.
They're going to get it
down. He's right at the 13. You know, as I said earlier, you don't see a lot of measurements.
Non-region,
second week of the season, and you're not in the fourth quarter yet. You don't see a lot of measurements. First and 10. Here's Peanut Dyer looking for running room, finds it, and it closes in on him, but he's inside the 10-yard line. Positive yardage.
The only thing that stopped him is the defender was laying on the ground and just tripped him up a little bit because Peanut was going low to try to truck over him, as they say.
He picks up 7 yards, though, down to the 6-yard line. It's second down and 3. Boy, I almost want another dose of him. And nope, Luke Lawson pulls it out. That's a good choice. And he's going to walk untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Cherokees with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's going to be 21-19. Let's see if they line up and go for 2. I think the decision's already made.
Yeah, they're looking at it immediately to see who's going in and what they're going to put in. Got McDermott. Looks like he's coming. Nope.
Kessler's coming out, and we're going to have to hustle here.
Yeah, you don't want to burn a timeout to set this up.
Yep, and they may have to. Got to watch that back, Judge. Remember the play. Yep, they're going to have to. Yep, they're going to burn the timeout, and Coach K will not happy about that. So 4 minutes. We're going to keep it right here. A 6-yard touchdown run by Luke Lawson. That was a great decision, and I said I wouldn't mind seeing another dose of Peanut Dyer. I guess Cleveland was thinking that too because they convulsed in on him. Lawson pulls it out, and just walks into the end zone. Does make a nice cut to get in there, but goes in untouched. A couple of plays back, too. Maddox Frasier on the reception, getting the first down. Knew exactly where he was at on the field. That's important. And just enough.
Just enough to get there and get it. And you got playmakers out there. You got guys. You look at somebody like Kessler that's been in this system for a couple of years. Maddox Frasier, really first year getting out here on it. Drake Frazier more on the offensive side this year. These guys are really starting to click, and we're only in week 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So here comes the 2-point conversion. Mekhi McDermott is in as the H-back. That's a big H-back. Peanut Dyer's in there at running back. Lawson waiting for the snap. He's going to hand. Nope, he's going to come. He's going to roll. He throws it to McDermott, but it's in and out of his hands. He was open just inside the end zone, but it's going to fall incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The score is going to stay at 21-19. Cleveland leading McMinn. 4:04 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you.
No parent wants to think about their children growing up without them. Although we realize we can't control their future, we do have the ability to secure it through careful planning. So isn't it time to begin preparing for their future and your dreams for them? When you begin to game plan with life insurance, you're able to focus on what matters most today. Because life isn't about worrying when the storms of life will come. It's about planning on how to dance in the rain. Game plan today. Game plan for life. Contact us today to get started.
Welcome back to Cherokee Stadium. Terry Patrick and Jared Wright here bringing you all the Cherokee action. Here's a kick that's going to be taken at the 8-yard line up over the 20 to the 25. Met by a couple of defenders and taken down at the 28-yard line. That's where Cleveland's going to start this next drive.
Some score updates of interest. Alcoa up 56-13 over Bearden at the half. Oak Ridge over Clinton 28-6 in the third. Powell up 20-7 over Farragut in the fourth. Knox Central 27-6 over Fulton in the third. And let's see, Meigs County, East Hamilton still 28-12, and Loudon Lenore City 31-9 as well. Right
Loudon
now.
Leading that.
Yes.
A little surprising. Loudon didn't show much there in their first game.
Yeah.
Lenore City looked pretty strong.
Yep, that's a 0-1 leading to 1-0 right now.
And Lenore City, of course, now in our region. We'll make the trip up there in a couple of weeks. So here comes McGowan, and he's going to be running away from pressure, still running. Martin's going to take him down from behind. Oh, they're going to call a penalty on that.
Wow.
Going to call. He tackled him from behind, and I think that's where the call is going to be. Horse collar, I believe. Of course, again, right on the Cleveland sideline. I didn't see him pull backwards, though. You know, you got to be careful. Yeah, horse collar.
Horse collar.
So that's going to cost the Cherokees. It looked like it was going to be a loss of about 8 yards, and he did take him down, but they're going to call the horse collar. It wasn't blatant. I'll say that.
Was that?
But the flags came in pretty quickly.
Original line of scrimmage, it looks like.
So they'll go 15 from the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to take this ball all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Man. And it's tricky right there. You're trying to get him stopped several times tonight, and if you can get a hand on him, you put it on him to try to bring him to the ground.
Exactly. Here's a quick out pass that's dropped incomplete to the right-hand side.
Get a break there, so see if you can reset here and get it going.
I'm trying to see if Kyrese Westfield is in the game. Do you see 14?
He is not, no.
So he went off limping after the last series. It didn't look particularly like a bad limp, but he did go right off of the field. He is not out there now. So they're either treating him or he doesn't feel like he can come back in. Here is a fake pass to the right-hand side. He's going to scramble away from trouble, be pushed out of bounds, and he's going to be close to the first down. And that looked honestly like a broken play.
They've had several broken plays tonight that have just really, I feel like McMinn has had their number and just somehow come out of nothing.
It looks like he's going to be a yard short.
One.
So the ball's at the McMinn 48-yard line. It's really 3rd and 1 from the McMinn 48-yard line. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Cleveland 21, McMinn 19.
They're trying to go with a hard count right here near midfield. Got Jack Gooden showing maybe a little pressure. Now he'll scoot back. And again, you're right, Terry. Westfield not on the field for him, but.
And here is a handoff to Beard. He's going to have enough.
That was 24 again.
It was 24 again coming into the game. Again, those two guys look like they're cut out of the same mold.
If I wasn't looking through the binoculars, I would have been with you.
There's Anthony Eddins. Lacorius Eddins caught a touchdown pass earlier. So first down and 10, it's marked at the McMinn 46-yard line. I'm not wishing the guy to be hurt by no means, but it's going to affect them if he's not around. Here's a pass that's dropped, and that was going to be a pretty good gainer. Incomplete pass going to bring up second down and 10. Are you seeing him on the sideline?
He is on the sideline near the second down now marker. He was standing there. Looked like he'd been talking to a trainer, so maybe, like you said, limping off a little bit.
Yep, I do see him there standing. Just still got his helmet on, and we may see him. He may just be taking a series off.
I think one adjustment Cleveland has done, Terry, you talked about it, the pressure the interior line for McMinn was getting on their offensive line. They've started rolling everything out of the pocket to give him more time.
Here is a fake handoff. He's going to keep the ball up the middle. There's nowhere to run, maybe a yard or two. I think they're going to give him to the 45, it looks like. And that's just going to be a pickup of 1. And now that's going to bring up a pretty big third down and 10, especially from midfield.
Got to get a stop right here.
Yep. It's important. 1:59 to go here in the third quarter. Cleveland 21, McMinn 19. Who we kidding, Jared? This one's going down to the wire.
I'm telling you.
It's another cardiac week. Just like last week.
I was going to say shaping up the last week. I just hope it doesn't come down to the last second and having to get a pick to win it.
Third down and 9, straight back to pass. Now rolling to the left side a little. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man breaking open. It's going to be just overthrown. Who's chasing him there?
That was
Bottoms. Bottoms on coverage there. Was chasing the receiver. Maybe had a step on Bottoms, but the ball was overthrown. So that's going to force a punt.
Yep, they are going to bring the punt team out. Kind of right there on the McMinn 45.
Drake Frasier back, Drew Bottoms back. Bottoms may be a little winded after running that deep pattern right there. Now, here's where you got to watch the punter.
Yeah.
I'm sure they talked about this at halftime. He's taken a rugby style on a couple of occasions. This one bounces. He's going to just have to go ahead and punt it straight ahead here. It's going to bounce, and Drake Frasier takes it back at the goal line. And I guess they're calling.
They're going to blow it dead.
Momentum back into the end zone. You're going to get it at the 20. Interesting.
I mean, I'm glad they rolled that instead of a safety or something. But obviously, he didn't go down in the end zone, so you can't call it safety. But I think he had plenty of return.
I think he got a hand on it in bounds.
Yeah.
And his momentum kind of took him back as he got control of it into the end zone. Did not realize that they would call that dead. But not necessarily a bad thing for the Cherokees as it's brought back out to the 20-yard line.
Perfect opportunity to push it down the field.
First and 10 Cherokees from the 20. 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Here is a handoff to Gonzalez coming around the right-hand side. He's speedy. He's going to be taken out of bounds, I think, at about the 24-yard line.
And see, that one is the same thing. You can't get that one called if you go around the neck and just choke hold him to the ground. I mean, that's just as dangerous as a horse collar.
Exactly.
They don't call that one.
It's a pickup of 4 to the 24. So it was a positive play. Gonzalez stays in the game. He's flanked out to the left-hand side.
And he was a guy that went out against Bradley cramping and stuff last week, so good to see him back.
3 receivers to the right. Peanuts in the backfield. It's a quick pass to Maddox Frasier. Breaks a tackle. Going to get up close to about the 27 and then nails a late flag.
Yep. That'll be a first down coming for the Cherokees.
So did they continue to push?
Yep.
And I see 14 Westfield back in the game, but he is limping or cramping bad. Look at him run off the field there, Jared.
Yep.
He is not at 100% for sure.
And he has been their target offensively. So to see him come in on defense versus offense, kind of surprising. But
Yep, it is. So he's right back out of the game again. And he was limping pretty. That looked more like a cramp than an injury to me.
Yep.
Looked a little bit like Drake Frasier looked a week ago, kind of that same limp, if you will. So it's going to cost the Cherokee, or rather cost the Blue Raiders 15 yards. The ball is going to be moved up to the 44-yard line.
That's a fresh set of downs and chance to keep it rolling.
Here is Peanut Dyer trying to get some running room. He's going to keep grinding those legs. He was caught at the line of scrimmage, probably picks up 3 yards by the time he's finished with that run.
53, the defensive lineman, McDowell, just became a belt loop there for him and just was hanging on as Peanut Dyer trying to extend that play.
Yeah, he does pick up 3 yards on the play. Again, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, just kept those legs churning. 2nd down and 7. And they do get one more play off here in the 3rd quarter. Looking deep. He has got a receiver in and out of the hands of Gonzalez. He broke open across the middle. And that's the way the 3rd quarter is going to end. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 when we return for the 4th quarter. It's Cleveland 21, McMinn 19. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Proud support.
Practice time's over. It's football time in McMinn County. Go Cherokees.
Hello, Cherokees. This is Lee Parkinson, McMinn County's Director of Schools. Congratulations on a great win last week in Bradley County. Be good, be kind, be victorious, and go Tribe.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we're starting the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Cherokees. They are headed towards the school end zone. Here is a handoff to Drake Frasier, makes a cut, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down down the right-hand sideline inside the 30-yard line. Still on his feet, close to the 20.
Terry, I thought he was about to get the answer back from the end of this first half play and take it to the house.
Very similar when he started streaking down the sideline there. And looks like, is there a flag down because the Cherokees are walking backwards?
Oh, my.
Man, oh, man. So we got a flag down. I'm going to see where they're going to mark this off from. It will make a big difference here. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's going to be really close to the 1st down. It's going to be now 3rd down and 1, and this is definitely 4-down territory. The ball after the penalty is brought back to the 40, we'll call it the Cleveland 47-yard line. So the holding was downfield. Here we go, 3rd down and a long 1. Got to have some positive yardage right here. Whistles blow. Let's see.
Flag here, false start.
Oh, man. That one really hurts. I didn't see that at all. It wasn't even hardly set up.
That's what. don't know how you can call that if the receivers are still just getting set.
Right.
That's what McMinn's coaching staff is trying to get the explanation. Is it on the offensive line? Is it on the receiver? Who's it on? And
that takes it back to the McMinn 48 now. McMinn trailing in this football game, 21-19, 11:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Now it's 3rd down and 6. Still could be 4-down territory. Lawson takes the snap, straight back to pass. Looking for a receiver. He's got him, Maddox Frasier, complete.
Just a rocket coming out of Lawson's arms. And Frasier on the little curl route there handles it with class.
You can see some chemistry again working with other receivers, as we have seen with Marshall Goodner.
Yeah.
So it's a 1st down inside the 45. We'll call it the 43-yard line of Cleveland.
And I think that's
big play.
That's great news for McMinn if all of these receivers are clicking like this with Lawson.
Peanut moves to his right. Now it's thrown to the outside. Let's see who that receiver is. Breaks the tackle.
It's Frasier.
It's Drake Frasier this time inside the 30. He's got a nice first step and cut. He can really avoid tackles.
If you wonder why they throw it to receivers in the flats, that's the example right there.
Inside the 30 to the Cleveland 27, another 1st down. And the Cherokees looking to cash in here, need to get it in the end zone. Almost tried to get him on a hard count there, it looked like, but now they look over to the sideline for the call, thinking about this one a little bit. Clock ticking, 10:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. They hand off to Peanut Dyer around the right-hand side. He's looking for running room. He's finding running room down the right-hand side. He's got another 1st down, pushed out of bounds near the 10-yard line.
Just a strong run. Back-to-back 1st downs for the Cherokees, Terry.
Yep. And let's see, they marked that, I think, at the 15-yard line is where that's going to be marked. Cleveland 15, another 1st down. As you said, Jared, back-to-back 1st downs. And again, a nice mix of run and pass. This is an exciting offense.
It really is, and credit to the coaching staff and Bo Cagle for wanting to open it up a little bit.
Coming in motion. They're going to hand off. Is that Drew Bottoms? He gets the call, cuts back towards the middle. He's got positive yardage. He's inside the 10-yard line, close to another 1st down.
Let's see if they move.
I think he's a little short. I think he's down to about the 7.
2 yards.
Yep. I think he's down to the 7-yard line, and now there is a timeout on the field. Well, let's keep it right here. We got an exciting 10 minutes and 12 seconds of football to go here. It's going to be, I think it's going to be 2nd down and 2. It is at the 7-yard line. Yep.
There's a Cleveland player down is the reason for the timeout.
Okay, so there was no timeout called by a team. So Cleveland will maintain their 2 timeouts, McMinn with 3. Jared, just like last week, we're going to go down the wire here, I believe.
Unfortunately, I mean, it doesn't help the blood pressure, but it's fun. High school Friday Night Lights. This is what these kids and coaches work for all year long, all summer, all spring long, to be able to play under these lights and put a great show on the field out there. And these 2 rivalries, I mean, between Bradley last week and Cleveland this week, it just lives up to the hype.
And Cherokee fans have showed up big, by the way.
Yes.
There is a great crowd here tonight.
And I have to say, I love the nod. I've not seen them in several years, but it could just be my vantage point. I've not seen them. But Joey Mullinax, of course, Coach Mullinax's wife was a long time sitting down in this reserve section, would have the Mayfield milk jugs filled with corn or peanuts or something.
Yep.
And I've seen several kids, cheerleaders walking around with them. So it's great to see those back out here. It's been a little while since I've noticed. So, but just a great atmosphere on hand. And I think when you've got a staff and a group of players that mean a lot to this community, you start seeing the outpouring of support that they have shown, and credit for the support they showed to the 1975 team. I know several of those guys have been up and through the press box and stuff tonight, and shaking hands and talking to people, but it's just an outstanding game day atmosphere here.
So when we return to action, McMinn still trailing 21-19. 10 minutes and 12 seconds now to go here in the fourth quarter. And it's 2nd down and 2. I see Peanut Dyer coming back out.
You got
Lawson, the quarterback.
Frasier out wide right, along with, looks like Bottoms, because Kessler and Gonzalez left receivers here.
Lawson waiting for the snap in the shotgun position. Gonzalez in motion. They look in the end zone now. It's complete. Touchdown, Kessler.
Wow. What a catch.
Everything was a decoy going to the right side of the field. They threw back to Kessler in the near side, and it was a great catch.
He went down, trapped it under, or used his arms to shield the ground and made the play right in front of the defender.
10 minutes and 1 second to go. And McMinn has taken the lead. It's 25-21. They'll go for 1 here, the extra point. Waiting for the snap. It's down. The kick is up. And it's good. 10 minutes, 1 second to go here in the fourth quarter. McMinn has retaken the lead, 26-21. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dinner?
Mike Kreskauskas, and here's the kickoff that's going to be taken at about the 10-yard line. It was a high kick. He's moving to the 20, looking for a seam, can't find one. Actually runs up in around the 30-yard line. They're going to give him the 31. He's taken down there. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Cleveland.
Isbell for Cleveland with a little bit of a decent return there. Of course, the kick was shorter than the goal line normal. So,
Jared, just watching this develop, and you look at these receivers and you look how Luke Lawson's hitting them, and who do you concentrate on?
I think that's the best case scenario for the Cherokee.
Exactly.
Well, you get into the debacle of, okay, who do we spread the ball to? Well, everybody's going to get to touch it in this offense the way it is looking right now. So
you've had a big night from Drake Frasier, a big night from Maddox Frasier. Kessler's been out
Gonzalez
there.
Gonzalez has made some end arounds. I mean, it's,
it's fun to watch.
We've not had this talent in a while at the outside.
Here's a quick throw to the outside, broken up by Frasier. Big hit, too.
Frasier,
receiver gets up slow. Yeah, he as soon as the ball arrived, Frasier was there to deliver the hit from behind, and the receiver just could not hold on to the football.
And my comment about the talent on the outside, it's nothing against the teams we've seen in recent time. It's just this is the most complete special playmakers on the outside that they've had in a while.
Yes.
And just the way they're clicking right now. And a lot of these guys, you got the Frasiers going both ways. You got Drew Bottoms playing both ways.
Yeah.
These kids are putting their heart and soul into everything out here.
Snap back. They're going to roll the quarterback out. Now he's going to look for running room. It's not there. He's going to be taken down hard. What a play.
That was Green that got to him first, and then Javante Parker comes and cleans it up.
Javante Parker finished the deal right there.
Yeah, I
took him down hard.
McGowan's going to fill that one tomorrow.
So it's going to be a loss on the play back to the 26-yard line of Cleveland. Wow, loss of 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. 3rd down and 15. 9:14 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn County back on top of Cleveland, 26-21.
You got to know Westfield's not out there. We've talked about that already. So he's got to find another opportunity for somebody else.
A little bit of confusion on the defense. Back to pass, straight back, looking deep, throws over the middle, incomplete behind the receiver. Ramey was there in coverage, and he was right with it.
Cleveland wanting the flag, but Terry, I agree. I think it's because it was so far behind the receiver.
Yeah.
He had to turn around anyway and get to it, and so it was really a non-catchable ball in the eyes of the
If anything, he turned into the defender trying to reach back for the football. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 16. 8:52 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn leading 26-21. A punting situation. And as we saw early, got to keep an eye on this punter.
See if McMinn goes after it. They got close to blocking one earlier.
Bottoms is back to receive. Drake Frazier back to receive. And here's the snap. It's high. He runs a little ways, but now kicks it towards the side of Bottoms. He should just let that one run out of bounds, and I think he caught it out of bounds.
Yeah,
it was bouncing. I hope he didn't do that inbounds. Nobody went over there to hit him. Nonetheless, it's going to be great field position for this exciting Cherokee offense who seem to have things rolling at the moment. Let's hope they can keep it going. And I think they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line of McMinn.
Great field position here. Chance to put another long drive together. Of course, if you can score in 60 seconds, you'll take that too.
We'll take that too. I'd love to see a little time off the clock here, but you got to end it with a score.
See if Gonzalez, look, he's on an island down here, Terry.
Boy, you're not kidding.
Only one defender with him. He's due one. He's due the big catch.
Lawson pulls it back away from Peanut Dyer, and he keeps it around the right-hand side. He's got positive yardage. He's up to about the 44-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark that.
Yep.
So
44.
Pickup of 3, and honestly, he could have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. He made a nice move.
He broke a good tackle to kind of get positive yardage. You're exactly right.
2nd down and 7. Clock running, just the way we want it to be doing right now. Here is a handoff to Peanut Dyer. Not much there. In fact, he's probably going to lose a yard.
This is where it gets kind of dangerous in the play call, and you're trying to run that clock, but if the defense is going to stack the box, put it up in the air, and let's see.
Exactly.
Take advantage of one-on-one coverage. They give him.
Yeah, they can give him that line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd down and 7. Got to get to the 49-yard line of Cleveland. We're sitting on our own 44. Dyer comes out of the game. Bottoms coming into the game. So we're going to have all receivers. And here's that 4-diamond stack over here on the near side. 4 receivers. Only 3 defenders. Snap it and get it to him. And need a good block. Got it. Here's Drake Frazier inside the 50 to the 40. You can see that one coming the whole way.
You're exactly right. When you got a one-man advantage,
yeah,
Frazier's kind of limping a little bit now.
They never brought over that linebacker or another defender of someone, and it was 4 against 3 on this side. That was a great decision. Yep. Ball's moved down to the 39-yard line of Cleveland. It's the 1st down.
Nope, they're going to send Bottoms and Kessler to the far side this time. I thought maybe they were going to try it again, but.
And I get the feeling Cleveland's tiring just a little.
Yep, I agree.
Here's the snap. They hand it to Peanut Dyer looking for running room. He's quick to the outside, but he is pushed out of bounds. Gets a couple of yards, I believe. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line.
And some fans, I heard them down below yelling horse collar, but they have the jersey, not the shoulder. The hand has to get in the shoulder pad is the rule. So.
And actually they'll mark that at we'll call it the 37-yard line. So 2nd down and 8. 6:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here is a handoff. Nope, Lawson's going to keep it again. He's got it. He's close to a 1st down, but he's a little short.
He immediately jumps up, looks for that 1st down marker to see, okay, I knew I was close. How close was I?
It's marked at the 30-yard line. A pretty good spot, actually, right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's...
I thought it was a yard shorter than that. We'll take it. 3rd down and 2. And here's Peanut Dyer racing to the outside, finds some running room. He's got a first down, still on his feet. He's going to be inside the 25, close to the 20. And most importantly, first down. They're going to keep it going. Somebody on the ground over there.
Peanut is down, unfortunately.
So we'll have to check on that. He's still down.
Kind of developing. It's one of those guy chasing you from behind and rolls up on your leg is what it looked like, but we'll let the training staff take care of it.
Cleveland training staff right now with Peanut Dyer until the McMinn staff gets over there, which I think is the protocol. So we got 2-3 trainers from McMinn heading out there to check on Peanut Dyer. He picks up the first down. That's maybe the least important thing right now because we're going to check on Dyer.
Yep.
Well, we're going to take a 60-second break right now. It's 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn leading 26-21. We'll update you as best we can on Peanut when we get back in 60 seconds.
Simmons Bank is proud to support McMinn County High School athletics. Simmons takes pride in being a community bank that invests in friends and neighbors, especially those who root for the Cherokees. For more than 100 years, Simmons has worked hard to help make customers' dreams come true, like buying a home, starting a business, or managing money safely and securely.
22.
Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Maybe 23.
Okay. Yep, 23 is what they got the scoreboard.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
First down and 10. Lawson's pass to Maddox Frasier down the right sideline, just over his head, falls incomplete. Well, we've got good news for you. Peanut Dyer up, ran off of the field with no assistance. That is great news.
To an outstanding round of applause from teammates and the fans.
Yes.
And you could definitely tell the look on his face. He's ready to go again.
Second down and 10. Lawson hands off to Sneed. No, pulls it back, throws to Drake Frasier on the right-hand side. He breaks the tackle still running inside the 15. There's a flag down now. So a flag comes down late, likely an illegal block.
Yeah, they're going to get holding on the
He's
receivers.
Inside the 15 to about the 12 is where it gets marked out, but they're going to take 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's going to come back.
Yep, unfortunate, but, I mean, he made some advantages with his feet right there.
Yes.
Just made a guy miss and then got a block.
So let's see where they spot this thing. And it comes back to the 21-yard line. So it's still a net gain on the play.
Yeah.
Yep, the 21, maybe 21. So it's really second down and 8. And time continues to click. Stop now for the penalty, but at 5:56 to go, McMinn trying to put this thing away. Back to pass. Now he's going to go deep down the sideline. And there's Gonzalez. He's got another one. Touchdown, Cherokees.
What a throw and catch again.
Had two receivers in the same area, and once again it just dropped down into Gonzalez's gut for a Cherokee touchdown. 5:49 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn has went up now 32-21.
Just Luke Lawson, it's the little shoulder fake to get a defender to bite and just throws it up while defensive lineman's bearing down, really hitting after the throw. That's what I was looking for, the flag, and then see Gonzalez catch it in the back of the end zone.
Koskaskis is in for the point after, and there's a penalty flag offsides. They'll probably decline that, I would imagine. They'll keep it right where it's at. Koskaskis in for the point after. Yep, it is declined. Got a chance to go up 12 points right here. That's big with only 5:49 to go in this football game. And it's down. The kick is up. It's good. 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn is up 33-21. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Introducing the brand new app for McMinn County Schools on Android and iPhone. It's everything McMinn Schools in your pocket. This is the home screen. Tap the schools icon in the bottom right to select a specific school. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings and select Turn on Notifications. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here to share the event with friends and family. The feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school, whether that's celebrating a student's success or reminding you about an upcoming deadline. Search McMinn County Schools in the App Store or Play Store to explore the app for yourself. It's everything McMinn Schools in your pocket.
To just come back out here and kind of help this offense.
Seal the deal.
Yeah.
You got a chance to seal it right here, really. It's not over yet, folks. Still 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Cleveland with 2 timeouts, McMinn with 3. McMinn leading 33-21. It's been an exciting game. And again, as Terry Stansel predicted, kind of came alive here in the second half.
Well, I just saw Terry go into his backpack. I thought he was going to get more sheets or stats or something out. It's been so animated for the offensive side of the ball.
Boy, it really has. They have put up some good stats here tonight. So it is McCowan. He's gone the whole way at quarterback. Now there is a whistle. Let's see, it may be a timeout. I think it.
Timeout, Ray.
Okay.
Timeout taken. Did they assess that to
Cleveland?
Wow, Cleveland took the timeout. So they're down to 1 timeout. We'll keep it right here. How about some scores of interest?
Yeah. Oak Ridge over Clinton right now, 28-13, late in the third. Powell does get their first win of the season, 26-21 over Farragut on the road. As my broadcast partner fist bumps the Powell Panther there. Still 27-6, Knox Central over Fulton. Morristown East getting blanked by Hardin Valley, 34-0. Maryville beats Knox West 48-7. Meigs County is trailing East Hamilton 35-20 in the fourth quarter. Loudon does beat Lenore City 46-10. And let's see if I can find Tellico up over Sequoia 14-0. Saudi Daisy 24-7 over Hickson with 1.5 minutes remaining. Bradley third quarter action still 28-0 over Walker Valley.
Wow.
As it stands now, and I'll try to find the Ray County score and Ottawa scores here in just a
McCowan
moment.
in the backfield. Everything comes to the right, but he goes left, and he's taken down near the sideline. Short gain, 2-3 yards.
Coffee pot game is Tullahoma 29, Coffee County 17, if you're keeping track at home.
Pretty good game there. The Keurig Bowl.
Keurig Bowl. I love it.
That sounds like something that will actually be a bowl at some point.
Yes, I agree.
Ball sitting at the 22-yard line.
Ray County over Notre Dame 21-7 late in the fourth.
We'll call it the 23, actually, a gain of 1 on the play. McCowan now rolling to his right, this time looking for a receiver, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete. 3 defenders back there with 1 receiver.
And who was the guy closest to it? Maddox Frasier.
I thought he was going to go get him another one.
Terry, you might be on to something. I mean, the number of games and the record, it could be in jeopardy the way he's ball hawking.
He's sitting back there in that position of safety where you can play a little center field, and you know it's not uncommon for those guys to get a couple of interceptions in a game, you know. And he plays it well. So 5:02, the clock is stopped with the incomplete pass, but it's 3rd and 9 for Cleveland. And Jared, you got to say this: they're a different team without Kyrese Westfield out there.
100% they are. Their play calling's changed completely, and also credit this defensive line for forcing some bad decisions.
Back to pass. He's scrambling. He has had to do that all night, trying to get to the first down marker. He's going to be short. Gets it up to about the 30-yard line. And it's going to be fourth down and short. They do put it right at the 30, so it's a gain of 7. But it's fourth down and about 3.
They're going to go for it.
They got to go.
Well, I say that, but.
Wow, are they bringing their punt team on?
Yeah, McGowan goes to the sideline, so.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's throwing the towel in a little bit.
Ooltewah's up 34-7 over Chattanooga Central at the half. So Matt Moody, former Cherokee and Central coach now at Ooltewah, looking for their first win.
4:08 to go. Clock is running. Now they bring bottoms up just in case there's an opportunity for a fake punt. Let's see who called. There's a whistle. Yeah, Cleveland's going to take another timeout. Maybe they want to. They may rethink this, actually. Clock is at 4:03. We're going to take this timeout with them. Right now, 4:03, McMinn County 33, Cleveland 21, back in 60 seconds.
It was 75, and the McMinn County Cherokee football team went 10-0, and they were the AAA Region 2 champions, state team of the year, and ranked second in the AP and UPI polls.
Well,
a season worthy of remembrance and celebration.
Punter's coming off the field.
Whether you're a player, coach, cheerleader, band member, or involved in any way, you're invited to a tailgate reunion coming up at this year's first home game when the Cherokees host the Cleveland Blue Raiders Friday, August 29th. For more information or to be added to the list of attendees, email CherokeeFB1975@gmail.com.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. There's nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see it through. There's nothing too hard for us to handle, nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you. Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Cleveland goes for it on fourth down. McCowan back to pass, looking to the right-hand side. Overthrown, incomplete, and the Cherokees are going to take over.
Just a big stop and a big hit there to prevent him from catching it.
And you got a receiver down for Cleveland. The other thing, in addition to 14 going out Westfield, the other thing that became really apparent is how tired Cleveland got.
I agree.
As it moved on and on into the second half, where McMinn really looked like they stayed pretty fresh, and they've got a lot of guys, especially in those skill positions, that are running in and out, trying to keep people fresh there.
And I think we saw last week McMinn's depth helped them kind of sustain against Bradley, and this week it's showing. I think you're 100% right. Cleveland's got some guys that have had to play both ways the entire game, not really getting any breaks. And McMinn's been able to run some guys in and out.
You got Maddox Frasier getting some experience at that wide receiver with Marshall Goodner out today, so that's only going to help. I've seen Eli Dalton, the freshman, in there at left tackle just about all game.
Yeah.
Or rather left guard, I think. But, yeah, left guard. So he's getting a wealth of experience out here tonight against a pretty good football team. So if the Cherokee...
No parent wants to think about their children growing up without them. Although we realize we can't control their future, we do have the ability to secure it through careful planning. So isn't it time to begin preparing for their future and your dreams for them? When you begin to game plan with life insurance, you're able to focus on what matters most today. Because life isn't about worrying when the storms of life will come. It's about planning on how to dance in the rain. Game plan today. Game plan for life. Contact us today to get started.
Another good game managed by Luke Lawson, doing it with his arm, with his legs. Just an outstanding, another team effort. It's one of those I'm looking, Jackson Gonzalez Gonzo's got 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And then you kind of, one of the Frasiers needs a touchdown. So you don't have to run up the score here if you can just keep the ball. But it's like one of those of, okay, if Drake or Maddox get in the end zone, you'll feel it's a complete.
Yeah,
run.
I got you. Well, they've certainly both played outstanding football here tonight, as have many others.
Yes.
You know, it's been a really good game. And again, here's this Cherokee team that's fighting through adversity. They get down early. They appeared like they're going to have the lead at the half. They go down by 1. They get down, then again another touchdown's piled on there, and then that's it. They start turning the corner a little bit in this football game, and it's very similar to what we saw a week ago.
And I think Coach Cagle would probably echo this, that as good as they have looked, because of some of these series where they've gone a 3 and out after halftime or something like this, they've probably not played to the potential that the staff knows they can. So it is only your second week in the season, and it's a long season as the player from Cleveland gets helped up there. Najahi gets helped up there.
Let's talk about this defensive line tonight.
Oh, man.
They have gotten a push, it seems like, all night.
Up the middle, around the edges, it's ebbed and flowed because it's not the same guys every single time. But Javante Parker's been a force. Sam Green, I mean, when you see him, it's nothing against the kid. He's listed at 158 pounds, and he lines up at defensive end next to a Mekhi McDermott or a Javante Parker, and you're going, all right, well, he's out there for the speed, and he's shown it. He's lived in the backfield against Cleveland here tonight and forced some errant plays from Cleveland.
Well, and the kind of the unsung guys here a little bit, too, is that linebacker core. I mean, they're just kind of solid and get the job done. You don't see them at this point. Of course, we saw Jack Gooden make quite a stick, last week and ended up hurting himself a little bit, hurt his back a little bit is what had happened last week, I learned. But they're where they're supposed to be. That's what you want out of those guys.
We thought he was hurt pretty bad, and then he comes back in and heavy package. So, he's just. I think that's the good and kind of genes in him. They're going to fight to the end as well.
Okay, back to football action. 1st down and 10, and as we thought, here's Peanut Dyer running inside the 30, inside the 20.
Stay in bounds.
Pushed out of bounds, however, that'll stop the clock. Needed to go down right there. You're right, Jared. That's something, again, one of those improvements. That's something you look at on film and say, hey, we're up 12. Let's keep the clock running.
Staying back. And part of that, once his momentum gets going, it's going to be hard to stop him, and the defender kind of made sure he got him out of bounds, too.
It's a 1st down to the 17-yard line of Cleveland. Here's a handoff to Peanut Dyer again, straight up the middle. He's got to break a tackle or two. He does. Wow. Touchdown. Peanut Dyer, 17 yards for another Cherokee touchdown that's going to run the score to 39 and to 21. Jared, that's going to put a nail in the coffin here tonight.
I'm telling you, it's, again, when you can score, go do it. It's not running up the score. You're just putting this game away. And Peanut Dyer, man, there's going to be some film on that one show back up because he kind of gets over a defender's arm and then literally just straight between two guys that should have had him stopped. He carries him into the end zone.
Here's the kick. And the point after is good. With 3:44 in the 4th quarter, McMinn goes up 40-21. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Going to do for college yet? No, I don't think so. I'd like to go to Wesleyan like you, but I don't think my parents can afford it. I bet they can. I qualified for a program and I'm going to TW tuition free. Really? How is that? The TWU Pledge. It's a program they offer to local high school students that basically helps with their tuition. You should check it out. Will do. Can you send me that link? Yeah.
Don't let anything stand in the way when excellence is within reach. Tennessee Wesleyan University is the best value in higher education for East Tennesseans. Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
Jared, the Cherokees have outscored Cleveland. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're good.
27-7 here in the second half.
Again, if they could put a first half together, we wouldn't have to worry about outscoring somebody in the second half.
You're right.
But
here is the kickoff. This is a high kickoff that's going to be taken about the 1-yard line. Coming up that right hash mark, finding some running room. Now he's got a big gap. Yeah, over to the 35 to the 40-yard line. Nice return right there.
Missed a block on the back. Drake Frazier got shoved to the ground. That's why he's getting up slow. But still a big return there for Cleveland, trying to make something happen.
One thing that they talked to Kraskowskis about from a week ago. He has some good kickoffs. Of course, they had the 99-yard return. On that one, he kind of line drived it.
Yep.
And one thing they talked to him about this week, even if he doesn't get into the end zone, they want to see some height on his kicks. And we've seen some of that tonight. We've seen better coverage tonight.
That's what it allows that coverage team to get down the field. If you kick it line drive, those guys are slower to get down there.
Here's Cleveland's from the 40-yard line, up over the 50, up over the 40. That's Beard. He may go all the way. Here's a tackle, and he will stretch across the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown, a 60-yard touchdown run by Beard. Brashawn Beard gets the call, and Cleveland has put some points back on the board.
Well, that's kind of not the kickoff return, but similar to what Bradley did last week. McMinn scores, and they roll off a 98-yard touchdown on the kickoff return. So they kind of answer back with a big rushing touchdown there.
So changes things up just a little here all of a sudden. And looks like there may be a penalty after the play that they're probably going to take on the kickoff, I would imagine.
Sideline warning. That's
warning.
our first one this year.
So that, I don't know that.
He's going to take it on the kickoff.
So it's not only, so they're going to be called for it. They're going to be penalized for it. It wasn't just a warning, I guess. So it looks like Cleveland is going to line up actually and go for two. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. It's 40-27. They could make it 40-29. That would be an 11-point. I guess they're figuring maybe 8-3. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion, then a field goal. Quickest way to get that 11. Otherwise, they got to score 2 touchdowns. So why not? So McCowan brings his team to the line. I expect him to roll out. He does to the near side. Looks to pass. It's complete, and they get the 2-point conversion. It is complete to 33. That is Daxton Evans, the big tight end. He's a big target down there.
Yes.
Stretches across the end zone. So after the 60-yard run, they go for 2, get that as well. Now it's a 40-29. Don't leave yet. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this football game. We'll take a 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds. And 23 seconds to go here in this football game. McMinn County continuing to lead 40-29, and I'm sure that we have the good hands folks up here on the return team, because we can expect an onside kick.
Well, Terry, I know we were talking about McMinn thought they'd put this away. There may or may not have been some coaches leave the top of the press box, and they're now making their way back to the top of the press box.
Well, that tells you something.
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking back up the steps? I'm sure they heard some
did
stuff in
not
the
take
pants.
the stools that they had been sitting on.
Yep.
They left those in here, and they're just going to stand for the next 3:23.
Yep.
Let's see. You got Lyle and Sneed up here close on this near side. Kessler and Drake Frazier on the second level.
They are spreading this return team out, trying to cover all avenues, and it's going to be, I think, an obvious onside kick.
So it was a 15-yard penalty?
Wow. He's going to be kicking from his 25-yard line. That's
I wonder if he meant unsportsmanlike conduct. He gave the sideline waving the arms, but it must have been unsportsmanlike conduct.
Maybe against the sideline or something. Well, it was a 15-yard penalty. They're kicking off from the 25. It has to go 10 yards to the 35. That's where we're lined up. And we got a lot of people with good hands. It bounces. It's still bouncing. It's going downfield. It's bouncing around. Both teams trying to recover it. It might be Cleveland's ball. Let's see.
Nope. Maddox Frasier comes out of there with it.
Maddox Frasier comes up with the football. Wow.
That was going every way wrong.
The kick was just, it stayed low, never bounced up high, and no one stepped over really to stop it, and it just the Cleveland defender almost picked it up and just kept running.
Yeah, and
it was
I
over
think
near the far sideline.
That's what he was trying to do, and it really kind of hurt him a little bit. If he'd have fallen on it, Cleveland's got the ball at the 40, but no.
and then we really got a game.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Cleveland is out of timeouts. That's important.
Yep.
Cleveland is out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock.
And Terry,
and here's this diamond formation, 4 wide receivers to the near side of the football field. Now they run over an extra defender.
Westfield's the deep safety, and you know he's limping.
Yeah. Okay, here is a fake pass, and I don't think he was ever intending to pass it. Lawson goes straight up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards. Now, without the play clock, if you want to run the clock down, the back judge has to lift his hand, I believe, with
10
second mark. So you know you have 10 seconds. Is it 10 or 5? I think it's
10, and then at 5 he starts moving his arm down.
Okay. So that's what Lawson can look at if he wants to run the play clock as low as he can. The game clock at 2:45 now. Here is a handoff straight up the middle, and is that Peanut Dyer? I think so. He's going to have enough for the first down. He's up over the 50, inside the 45 of Cleveland.
And those timeouts that Cleveland's missing.
Yeah, then the clock's going to run. They mark the ball at the 44-yard line.
That offensive line controlling it big time now.
Yep. 2:24 to go. Clock running. Peanut almost false started again, but he didn't. He gets the carry. He's going to be close to another first down. Probably has it.
I think he does, too.
They're going to mark that one at the 34-yard line. I think that's just enough. Will they measure this one?
Cleveland had another guy hurt.
Oh, yeah, they did. Running somebody in there.
I mean,
are they marking that short?
Wow.
Well, they're going to mark it just a little short, so we'll call that. We'll call it the 35, I guess, but looks like enough for the first down. Luke Lawson, clock running.
Now they are moving it. So.
Okay, now they are, yeah. Okay, here's the handoff again to Peanut Dyer. He's at the 30. I thought he was going to break it there for a second. He's inside the 30-yard line to about the 28. And as you said, Jared, they did call that a first down at the 34. Now he's moved inside to the 28-yard line of Cleveland. And they can absolutely just run it. They can kneel and run it out if they want to.
Yep.
Clock ticking down. McMinn's going to win this football game. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McMinn leading 40-29. It's a great victory. Great victory tonight. Lawson letting that clock run down. There's the 10-second signal. And he's going to hand to Peanut Dyer again. Peanut running forward inside the, right at the 20s where they're going to mark it, I believe. The pickup of 8, another first down, and that really, one more play is going to do it. Jared, this team's going to start out 2-0 against two 6A teams.
It's impressive, rivalry games, and the fact that you look at the score, Bradley wins 28-7 over Walker Valley, and you kind of wonder, okay, what is this McMinn team capable of?
What do we have here?
Yeah, because they have not played 2 complete halves in 1 game out of 2 games so far, so we'll see what they can do next week on the road in a big test next week.
And pretty much, I believe, and Lawson's going to take the snap and kneel at the 25-yard line. That's going to do it for this football game. Yeah, you wonder just how good this team can be. We've certainly went into these first 2 games in the past and maybe went 1-1 or 0-2, and you're like, hey, we're learning, we're getting better. These are 6A opponents, and now we've come in here and you're 2-0 going into that first region game. Next week matters, though. This is a big game.
Yeah, next week the season really gets started.
Yeah.
And Coach Skagel's talked about it. They could very well, when you look at the schedule, be 0-3 to start this season. But right now you're 2-0, a chance to go 3-0.
Yeah.
But you've got to now shift that focus to Walker Valley. Take the highlights from this game, but there was still a lot on film that they're going to be able to work on to get even better.
Well, that's the final here. The game clock has went to 0. McMinn County wins the second game of the year, against a 6A opponent. This week it's Cleveland. We got one more Bradley County opponent.
That's it.
Got to head down to Walker Valley next week. McMinn wins it 40-29. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back at the stadium. Remember the Southland Finance Locker Room Show with Bo Cagle. He'll be excited again, I believe.
Yep.
He'll be up here in just a few minutes. We'll have the Southland Finance Locker Room Show. We'll be